stop your shit. I'm the shit, just give it up. Everything is okay, even when I'm not.
Time to bring it to the table.
Second grade, I said to her, I don't need to do the homework. I know how to do this already. And she was like, homework is practice. And, just for your practice. I said, if I know how to do it, practice. If I know how to do it, I don't need to practice it. I know it already.
Yeah,
so
I
don't need to practice. Plus, I was doing other things as I was a kid. I was playing basketball. I was playing football. I was playing other,
Your mom was occupied in a lot of,
I can't be at practice reading. I read on my own anyway. Like, they'd be like, oh, the class is gonna read this book. I'd be like, I read it already.
Yeah, I taught myself script in second
already.
grade. Like, in second grade, I was teaching myself script because I had an older friend, and he was writing dope.
My script is terrible.
My script is terrible. But I was the one trying it out, and the teacher made me stop. Teacher said, everybody's trying to do what you're doing. You're messing up the whole curriculum. You're showing too many. I'm like, but I wanted to do it, and I'm trying to do it. She's like, you're doing it all damn wrong. I'm like, so teach me. She's like, I can't. You're in second grade. I'm like, yo. And I think following that curriculum sometimes can hurt.
It's too rigid, man.
It's too rigid.
Things nowadays are more open and better, but like school still they gotta make. I understand, like you gotta show growth, but the way I feel is like if everybody in the school is doing their job, you don't got to do that, because you'll be moving kids no matter what.
They're gonna move. It's just it's a system. It's.
But I work in a charter school. I don't work in a public school. So people in a charter school,
it's different.
The staff is younger, so and you're except some of us have like a union thing, because you could buy into like some separate union thing.
Really?
Yeah, but we're at will employees for the most part.
Yes.
So they work a little bit harder because you can lose your job.
I think that being in the charter school.
There's only 2 people ahead of me in the building in my school, right? If I was the top person, I'm not gonna lie, like my principal be trying not to fire people, I will be firing people left and right. But yo, you're not doing your job. These are kids. This is somebody's child. So if you're not doing your job, I'm gonna try to get you better. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get you better at your job. If you showing that you're not capable, like this is somebody's children here, and I always work in like a neighborhood with black and brown kids. So like, we gotta serve them better because nobody else is gonna serve them good.
No,
so
exactly.
Like,
especially when they get out into the world,
it's like doing it to yourself. So I'm like.
I mean,
if it wasn't for COVID, this other teacher would have. They asked me my opinion. I told her she was like one of the worst teachers ever. Like I reviewed her.
Young lady?
No, she's not even young. She's one of the older teachers. She's one of the people that are highest on our payroll too. So she's just not good. Like she could work in a school, but not at our school, because she can't teach at that level that we're looking for. She can't. She's not capable of doing it. She hasn't shown.
I mean, but the intellect's not there. The care is not there. What is it? What is missing exactly? Like, does she not take her job serious enough?
She does take her job seriously. Some of it is like
is she just naive? Some people are just that dumb.
She's a little naive, even though she's older, and so like, even though she's a black woman, she's different.
And she's an African American.
But no, she's African.
Oh, that's different.
She's African American. She's African.
She's from Africa?
Yeah, so it's like,
oh wow.
It's like some norms. It's like.
Does she use that? Does she carry that weight on her shoulders still as an older woman? Because maybe that can divert a whole person's personality, carrying the weight.
And a lot of her and that's the thing. Like, nowadays you have back in the days. Teachers had no personality. I know it, but nowadays the world is different. We know, you gotta have a personality
because the kids do.
Yeah, you gotta
combat that. You can't be stiff.
And you can be dry, but you gotta at least
they'll eat you up though.
You gotta show them they be eating her up.
They eat you.
Eating her up.
They eat you up if you're dry.
You gotta just show them some of who you are. Who you are, like
a real person.
Yeah, let them know you're a mother. Like you gotta talk to them. Like I got pictures of my daughter and my nephew, my sister passed away, in my office. Like, they know I'm a person, I got a family, I'm a dad. I got a crazy Kobe poster. They know I'm into sports. And I'm in the office. As soon as you walk into my office, you could tell, things that I like. Like, I got a little stand-up exercise bike. I like to bike ride. So I have that.
That's in there in your office for work?
In my office. But there's things that exude me that they see as soon as they come in there. Everybody sees. She doesn't do that at all, and that hurts you as a teacher a lot. It hurts you and she's dry.
That'll hurt you the most.
She's dry.
That'll hurt you the most.
She's dry.
Not having any type of
But when you talk
personality.
to her outside of that, she has personality. In there, she's dry.
But
I think she comes from a rigid school upbringing.
But does she take constructive criticism properly?
So we tell her all the time, and sometimes she tries and does it, but she's not consistent enough, and it's been a couple of years now. Like,
no, that's why.
To be a hire to you teachers that veteran teachers make almost $100,000 a year. Like, yeah, like you need to know what you're doing. Like, yeah, teachers. When teachers say they don't have money, I understand we live in New York, but that frustrates the shit out of me, because, like, you're not making $30,000, $20,000 a year. Like, most of them, when they come out,
they get paid more than cops.
Of course, cops start at 35. No, teachers start at 56 or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you're in a charter school and you're like almost about to graduate, they'll start you at 45, 48, and then they bump you right up.
Wow.
And as soon as you get your master's, you have to get your master's when you're a teacher. You get bumped up like almost $10,000.
Instantly.
Yeah, it's like immediately. And you also get a raise every year. Like, it's not a big, it's like a 3% raise every year.
Uh-huh.
And then every 10 years you get a bump. You get a 7-year bump, a 10-year bump. So
what
like,
do you teach?
Me?
What did you teach when
I was
you
an early childhood teacher, but I would say I was a kindergarten teacher. I
how
taught
long?
kindergarten for 5 years. And then I was a special ed teacher. And then I taught in a self-contained, which is like a mixed grade class with the really, really special ed kids.
Okay.
I mean, they're the highest needs. I should say it that way.
Okay.
And then I did that for 3-4 years. Then my principal and me had a falling out.
How so?
Man, listen, yo.
Just different views? Just different points of view?
So,
here, cheers, my brother.
she would say...
You got it at half, so I'm going to throw this back.
Yeah. She would say, like...
Before you start that, yo, it's your boy okay? Everything is okay? I know we've been rambling for a minute, but yo, I got the great Dubb in the building. I met this man in weird fashion. I shouldn't even say it. I met him in a bar.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. It's not a fairy tale. But yo, just off the first 5 minutes, I just knew he had a dope head on his shoulders, so I had to take advantage of the conversation.
We were talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, and I just shot a pot on it, like I told you that night.
Yeah,
I found it so they just made another layer of life to people, to show people you can do this. You can't, like, it's just all about honesty and relationships.
Me, honestly, I'm single, but like, I believe, like, for me, I believe in having an open relationship and all that. I've been in one. Like,
That's more than an open relationship, though. They took it to a next level.
Though. They're married.
No, they took it to the next. They're not married, bro. They're married and in power.
Well, listen. They also made it publicly known that, like,
they're swingers from jump, right?
Yeah,
my parents used to say that when I was like 5 and 6.
Their finances are so intertwined that they're not gonna.
They can never.
They don't want to.
But yeah, but there's a difference.
They actually don't want to because they doing anything. They still love each other too.
I can't.
They clearly still love each other.
I can't. That's what the layer did for me. That layer just took it to the whole new level of being able to have that conversation with a person, because it's hard to have conversations with people and not have examples of things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
And, yo, you can have a fantasy, but if you don't have an example or something to show and be able to tell you, yeah, look, they did it, or look, now that you see two powerful people in power, and they were sitting there publicly and we can have our jokes.
Giggling about this.
But we can have our jokes because inside they must have been boiling.
Will Smith, to me, that was a total acting job.
Oh, yes.
He went all 7 pounds on you.
Yes.
He went all trying to sell his machine.
Yes.
That was a straight acting job.
He is the
because
GOAT.
it was old. It was old. He did not say she was gonna. He didn't know she was going to say entanglement, though. You could see that was legit. Like, his whole body.
He said you went on script.
His whole body changed.
Jada.
His whole body.
You went on script.
His whole, like, because he was chilling, laughing, his whole demeanor changed. Like, some things you can't. I mean, he's an actor. He could fake that, but it was too sudden. It was noticeable. Like, yo,
just the fact that they're willing to put their shit out there like that.
I mean, they're public figures. They got to do that. Well, they don't got to. It helps them for what they want to be because they want to be public figures.
Yes, and you're absolutely right. It helps them if they're able to carry themselves properly through the tide, and they did. They carried themselves properly, so it did help them. Because if it looks anything like Kanye and Kim right now, there's so many rumors of their divorce or anything, and nobody will really care because look at what their toxicity was from jump.
Look at the craziness that exists with it. Even besides every dude that they family encounters, but Kanye was already nuts.
He been crazy.
You
lost your mom. Now it's a different type of crazy.
He probably feels like he's responsible for it, so he's got.
In some section, because if I would never got rich, he would never got that surgery or try to get those, and that may never have. But as a man of God, that's why it's so hard for us. Like, I feel like for some reason, people, even if we don't know him, we can understand another person's energy, and his energy is kind of awkward because we feel that he's truly in pain. But he won't ever admit it or say it or show. He won't. Nah, I'm good.
He is admitting it when he balls at his presidential speech or whatever he was doing.
Yo, son.
Yo, I didn't want to watch it.
What do you think about it? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's real?
What? So every time, this is what I think. So every time he's selling every time he's selling an album, right? All of a sudden he's off his meds, like. Or when he's about to sell something, now he's off the rocker. I think I think he is off the rocker and he does need help. But I think like
does it on purpose to himself?
He purposely like just starts going off or goes off his medication
to get in the zone.
So that like
they love my crazy. It's what sells.
Crazy. It sells for him. It's like, yo, he's so crazy, but he still makes decent music sometimes now. But I mean, the last little
his cult he entertains.
And now he's all. That's a part of his character that he sells. Like,
his cult.
That's what sells. Before he changed his whole cult because before he was like backpack rapper. I came up style cult. Then he switched it up, and now his whole following was like, nah, he's not crazy. We love you, Kanye. Free Kanye. Like he changed.
Kanye from himself.
From his own inner demons, man.
Do you find yourself like being in a school, do you find it hard with music, the influence it has, or how it impacts your students or your kids?
Yeah.
You're like at 6 a.m, right, 5:30 in the morning, and say I'm driving to work, and let's say I had to drive my kid to school, for example,
mm-hmm.
And then you want to listen to the radio, and even if there's nothing like positive or anything like that, and then there's news, but when the music time comes on, when rap music comes on especially, I have to listen to like Z100 or like another, because when I put rap on, they're still talking about like things that are just...
What you feed your ears is very important to your mental state.
Yes.
Very important to your soul.
Yes.
The energy that comes out of some of that music is... I mostly listen to like old school hip hop, like lyricists and art. I mostly listen to R&B. I listen to a lot of R&B. Especially in the morning when I'm on my way to work, I be listening to like Chris Brown. I listen to a lot of Chris Brown, like
something smooth.
I be chilling, and then like I'll throw on some quick hove just while I'm walking out the train, about to walk to the building, get me ready. Throw something, not some like a mellow hove track.
Yeah.
Like
I don't want
like Beach Chair or something like that.
Yeah. Like,
and then I go in there, because the energy. Some of the energy for the music is like, these kids is always like,
and now
chill.
Now they
yo, like you see the meme when it shows like the guy's like shopping with your kids and he's walking through the aisle doing the funny dances, right? So like you be in the hallway and kids be walking with their class and they be doing it. I'd be like, stop, man. And that you could express yourself. I know it's a form of expression, but there's times like. You gotta chill. You just gotta chill. Like,
there's times and place for things.
You gotta chill. Like you gotta be able to be calm. Like
I don't know.
You gotta be able to be calm.
I don't know how you deal with. I don't know how you deal with so many. I don't know how you deal with so many different personalities, especially young ones. Like
listen, the kids is not the issue. Let me tell you what's the issue.
No.
Dealing with the personalities of the teachers.
How?
And dealing with the parents. The parents are difficult. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just thank God I got a bed now. I just got this bed.
Why did you say think I got a beard?
Because
now?
I was looking younger, so they look at me.
As an
like,
AP, they was disrespecting
they look
you.
like as anything like, yo, you a kid. Like get out of here. I gotta tell them, like, listen, I'm a father first. I gotta tell them I gotta lead with that. So they don't, because I've heard people, they say, you don't even have no kids. I'd be like, excuse me? My daughter's in junior high school. Like,
They give me that shit. I don't got no kids. Everybody gives me that shit. Man, you got no kids. And then, I don't even throw the fact like, nigga, I'm a step pops. And I don't even throw that out there. You know why I'm saying that? Because it's like, you're right. I don't. Because if I did out of my own semen, I might be a different person. I think having a kid, like, I got a corrupt personality.
Let me tell you something. I don't even think
You left your BM when she was 2?
2.5. About to be 3, actually.
And she's nuts. So how that happened is because they're like, when I say she's nuts, all due respect, you said she was nuts.
She does get nuts. So, but she's very smart, intelligent woman. She's pretty, whatever. I gotta make sure I say that before I say anything else.
I mean, she had your child. I think she had your heart at one point in time too.
Like,
if she still don't have a piece of your heart,
I be mellow. No, she don't have a piece of my heart. I be mellow and chilling, whatever. But like a little bit younger, like my temper goes off, and then her temper go off, and then sometimes it's just like, this is bad. Like, this is bad. And also, like, I hang out a lot. I like to drink, whatever. And then she always was like, yo, you at some chick's house. I'm like, I'm really just fell asleep in my boy's living room when I'm drunk, right? So, like, she always accused me of being out. And, teachers drink a lot.
Did you have a young mind too then?
I mean, I got with her when I was like 19 years old, and I stayed with her until I was 27. So I was young still.
Good man,
I was young.
Good man, though.
And it was just not working. And I had other things happen with my family as in my life. Like, my father got killed. My grandmother died.
Got killed?
Yeah, my father got killed. That's another story. Then my grandmother died like right after that. And then one of my boys got shot like in his face, like down the block from me. So like, I was going through things and I felt like she wasn't supporting me through it. And after I had some issues with her about it, and she had issues with me about this one specific thing.
All that shit is not. Yeah, you skim over so much stuff.
Cause that. I know. I get it.
I get it.
Long stories.
I get it. Yo,
my pops is too long a story. I can't even speak. Some of those things I couldn't even speak about on here because it gets too serious.
Wow.
But my boy, actually, this is back in the MySpace days. I MySpaced him. We were talking about whatever. We had just played basketball that day.
Okay.
So we was talking about me and one of my other close friends. Because my close friends is like, I've been friends with the same dude since I was a kid. So they had gotten into an argument in the gym, and they started like spewing each other's like personal business.
Okay.
So we was talking about it on MySpace, and then I was like, yo, we gonna meet up, play some spades, squash all this. All right. So I went to go meet him. He like around the block at a bar. So when I was walking out of the building, I saw one of my homegirls that lived on the block over. So she was walking. I was walking on my building, she was walking past. She was like, oh, what's up? She grabbed my arm, walked with me. So I just walked with her to her block, instead of going straight up my block, I walked one block over, I walked her to her building. It was like midnight too. She was like, walk with me, I got to talk to you about something. He had to talk to me about something that was some old shit.
You still not paying attention?
Huh?
You still think nothing's wrong?
No. I didn't, nothing happened yet. So I'm walking with her. I was supposed to go straight to him, but I walked with her one block up to Ash. And I walked up Ash, whatever, and then when I turned the corner,
right on Flushing on Main Street Casino?
No, I live off of Casino.
Yeah.
It was on Bound.
Okay.
So I
you a Flushing boy?
Yeah, I'm from Flushing.
Oh, we gonna get it. I'm a Flushing boy.
I'm on Ash, walking up to Franklin and the
I know you talking about
the 24-hour shit that used to be over there. Everybody used Boom. Everybody used to go there. I was walking. I see him because he used to have mad hair. I see him standing in front of the deli. I'm walking to him. I'm on the other block though, and then some niggas pull up. Bow.
Right in front of you?
Not in front of me. I seen it. I was like a block down. Not even like the side block.
But damn near.
But I seen it. I seen him drop.
I
seen him drop. I look. I didn't even go to him, which is I probably should have went to him. But
You in shock.
Nah, I was not in shock though. I ran home to my crib, went to go get some stuff, and went to call my other boy. Like told him what happened. They ran downstairs with, and then we went to go look for the little MS-13. It was the MS-13s, because I saw them turn the corner.
Yeah, back in the day they were bad, boy.
The MS
Back
ones.
in the day, I remember when
And then we went to go look for
on Main
him.
Street.
And it was crazy because his sister was actually my
Was that on Main
ex-
Street?
Nah, it was on Bound and Franklin. His sister, there was another shooting that happened like that.
Because there was a couple.
His
back in the
sister was
days.
my ex-girlfriend too.
MS-13s and Crip niggas used to go at it all the time over there.
Yeah, and they actually confused him for like another dude from my hood that like looked similar to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
and then like some other things happened. People was
my
getting
man
killed
got
over
bodied
there.
in the elevator
People
and
was getting
bled.
killed. Oh, I remember when that happened.
Remember that?
I remember when that happened. I remember hearing about
like
that.
yo, like Flushing,
And
like
then sometimes I'll be out like talking to people I know that are teachers. We just be talking about life, and I'll be like, yeah, because when my friend got shot, they be like, you say that a lot. I'll be like, because there's a lot of people that work in charter schools are not like, they come from like other states and they be working. So they don't experience that, and they think that because I'm from Queens, because they hear things like that from Queens. They don't expect it.
You made a weird decision to be a teacher, though. You gotta understand, like they're not used to like it sucks, and I hate stereotypes because it's
in most schools there's not people that's from the hood teaching, but there are though.
There are, but why most people don't want to be like not only be rappers, not only be philosophers, philanthropists,
because it's looked down upon.
Like that,
looked down upon.
That no, it's not. It shouldn't be because
it doesn't
teacher should be a title.
It is a title, and I wear it with pride.
Like that's a badge of honor. I teach the children of the neck of this world to bring in the next.
People care about money in this society, so if they made as much as a doctor, they would. But a lot of teachers, they got like multiple degrees. Every teacher almost has their master's degree. I got 2 master's degrees.
In?
One is in special education. My other one is in language and literacy.
So you work with special ed kids?
Well, I used to.
Well, you used to? You said I was on your come up.
I'm a special ed coordinator and management of special education services in my school.
Oh, you have a pardon, Jay, off tangent, but you have a huge heart out as a person, like your character. Like
I try to have a good character.
Like, why even be a teacher?
Why not? So that happened by mistake, though. Honestly, not by mistake. So when I was in college, I was in a physician's assistant program. Probably going to go to med school. I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
So while I was in the physician's assistant program, I was going to college. My father passed away. So then I'm trying to pay for school. When you're gonna be a PA assistant, or anything in the medical field, you're not gonna be making money for a while. Like you're not. You gotta graduate, then you gotta go back to school.
Pay your loans while you're doing all this.
Yeah. Well, I had scholarships, so I didn't, and I had like a benefactor. So
Really? You had somebody help you?
Yeah, but I can't talk about that on camera.
No, it's not that. It's just a fact. When you say benefactor, I think of big groups of people. There's a reason why Chinese people took over Flushing. There's a reason why. When I think of benefactor, I think about it in a sense where you get a support
somebody
system.
that has money.
You got to support. I don't care. It's a support system. It's fine.
Yeah.
You got a support system. If the fact that you got it, you didn't take it in vain and make nothing out of it. You look what you are now. That's the bigger deal. Yo,
True.
I wish there was a system where billionaires can that want to give money back. Fuck that. Because you're a billionaire, you should give money back. There should be a system where, even more than that. Just think about the person that don't have nothing and they really have these goals to help their family, put themselves in better position, change the world, help the world. They should be an interview or something that people can have with ambitions and dreams and just present it to people with money. Not Shark Tank.
There are some that do
but
that.
In real life,
that does happen, but it doesn't happen enough.
Nah, it doesn't.
Because
it doesn't.
People don't understand math. They don't understand what a billion is compared to
I do.
a million.
It's 9 zeros.
A billion is 999 millions. But people,
I know what it
people
is.
don't. People can't quantify it. There's a meme going around like on social media. It's like a billion seconds is like 30-something years. A million seconds is a few years. Like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
People can't quantify a billion. And if they understood how much a billion was, it's like, I'm not gonna say nobody should own $1 billion, but like, if you have billions, like, you should be doing the most to help the world because you've benefited the most from the world.
I just posted a clip, right?
Yeah.
I just posted a clip. Mike Tyson just he did a podcast with what's his name? D. Ray Davis.
Mm-hmm.
D. Ray Davis. That's his name.
I don't know who that
the
is.
comedian. He's a comedian.
Ray
Davis. What's his name? You
I
know
can't
what I'm
think
talking
about
about, though,
it
right?
right now.
With
Yeah,
the light
yeah,
eyes.
with the light
So
eyes.
he just did a podcast with him, and Mike Tyson points out a divorce between two families. One family I don't remember the name, but the other one with the Rothschilds. So there was a divorce, and with one family to the left, right? What he did with his millions, he gave it to his kids. Like, everybody gets a piece.
Yeah.
With the family to the right, what he did is he kept his millions in a loan policy. In order for the kids to take money out, they always have to put money back. And if they don't put money back, they're not a part of the loan no more. You see, the system that was made up it's amazing.
That's pretty crazy.
Ooh, bars. Why do you think the Rothschilds? Why do you think the people that have money? They
They know
their
a lot
money?
more about money. Like
That was just.
I got a couple of friends, and I know some other people that have like a lot of money. And when you speak to them about how they think about money, and like, it's like people just don't know how money works, man. Like, and I don't even really know all that much. I know some, but like people don't understand how money works. Like, if they did, everybody would move different. Money is like
facts.
people don't understand how credit works.
No.
People are always asking, would you rather have $50,000 or an 800 credit score, right? And people are always like, I want that cash. I'm like, do you know what you could do with an 800 credit score? I mean, I probably would take the cash too, because my credit's not that low. But an 800 credit score is like, you have access to so much money.
See,
You could take out a loan for anything and get like no interest on it because it's assumed that you can pay it back.
But as a teacher, do you tell as an assistant principal, do you tell your students that? Is there a curriculum for that? Is there,
There's not, but
is there responsibility,
I think in high school they should be teaching things like that.
Well, past high school, let's go to parents. You know what? Let's take away from school because I think there's two parts of life. There's a part of life on the left where you get schooling, you get taught, you get taught the basics, you get taught how to read, you get taught how to write, you get even if it's lies about the pyramids being 2,500 years old, even if it's lies, our history and all that, the religion, even if those lies, you get taught social norm in school. You get taught social norm. You have a decision to make on who you can be through the teaching of schooling and being surrounded by so many people you do not even fucking know, and they keep changing. Like, I went to 5 different high schools. Everything keeps changing. Like, it never,
That's because you went to 5 different high schools.
No, but even since young, public school, Catholic school, public school, and then 5 different high schools. Like, it was always changing.
Let me tell you something. I almost had the same kids in my class, almost my whole life. But I wasn't like one of them. When you in one of them programs, like, you always in the class with the same kids. Like, from 2nd grade, back in the days, they used to have high class, middle class, and low class. They don't really do that no more.
No.
They're not supposed to.
They just
Some places
segregate,
do it because what happens is, if it's not a black community or brown community, it winds up segregating the population, and the black kids are not really in the high class. So that's why they don't really do it no more. But like if you lived in a black community, like I also lived in I'm from Rosedale too, Rosedale, Queens. Everybody's black over there.
I know.
So when you go to schools, everybody's black. So high, medium, low.
So I went to
matter,
Cambria
everybody's
Heights.
black.
I was right there in the mix.
When you in the high class, most of y'all stay in the class with each other. Sometimes a kid from the low middle class sneaks in there, or a kid from the high class gets down. You be like, damn, you stupid. You stupid. When a kid from the bottom class gets in there, I remember this one girl. Her name was Angelina. She was always in the bottom class, and then she got. Now that I'm older and I'm a special educator, I know for a fact she was in special ed. But I was receiving special ed services too, and I didn't even know when I was a kid.
Why would you get in special ed then?
Oh man, I was nuts. My behavior off the wall, off the chain, suspended all the time, crazy.
Bad kid?
Bad in school. I didn't. At home, angel. School, terrible. terrible. Never kicked me out though, because I always had good grades, so they never kicked me out. But like people who I went to elementary school with and junior high school with, they be like, "You do what for a living?" No way. Why
did you fight? Why were you so argumentative?
Dude.
Where you at? Where you drink? You at half?
I'm at half.
Let's take it.
Well, now that I'm older and I think about it, I can't deal, even though I could be in the park, I'm also in the park with a lot of people. I play sports, basketball, football with a lot of people. I can't deal with like a lot of people in a small space. Like
you don't like groups, you don't like crowds,
it's
you don't like...
just like, it's too much. It's just too
now
much.
The train must be empty though.
Even like the train, I have to have my headphones on, I have to have a seat.
Oh yeah, you listen to podcasts?
Nah, I just listen to music. I listen to R&B in the morning.
Why you don't listen to no podcasts? You're an intelligent man. You would benefit. You would. Do you know about the history of things?
I'm up and down on the train. Shit goes in and I don't feel like that. I just don't.
Nah, you should. I'm gonna text you and bounce past you.
I'm gonna tell you, many years ago, there's a podcast. I used to listen to this on Sirius XM, like not a podcast, like a show on Sirius XM.
They were the beginning.
One of my favorite comedians, Patrice O'Neal.
Yes. Oh.
Whenever he was on their show, I'm on it. And then he got his own called the Black Phillip Show. Oh my God. I in my house, I just play and still just listen to it. First of all, he's hilarious. And he don't got no script. He just be himself and he drops gems. Like he drops gems. And it makes you think like, yo, about life, about race, about religion, about sex, relationships.
You know who's one of the first?
Gems.
Lenny Bruce. You know Lenny Bruce?
Yeah.
Lenny Bruce was one of the first, just getting arrested, going to jail. One of the first had to go through it though. He was the only one willing to step out the box with things. Like, I think that's that's what I was trying to finish before. The second side of education is that though. The second side of education for our kids is dropping those gems for them. You see, they may not learn about
that does happen. There are times
you're gonna teach your kids about credit, right?
Oh, my daughter knows about credit.
Oh wait, but that's my point. Isn't it a parent's job then?
Well, your parent's your first teacher. Your parent is always your first.
But there's some things that a parent can't. You have an advantage. Your kid's learning off a tablet, correct?
Actually, she does have a tablet.
Compare it to a woman that works a 9 to 5 and never did this shit before.
But she doesn't need to be like my. I read. I give my daughter books. We talk.
You made
about
your daughter
math.
to be out there already, didn't you?
We talk about math. We talk. We like. Now she's older. I don't do it. When she was younger, every time in the summer, she's basically in summer school with me. Cause my daughter, her mother, I split time. We have joint custody. But in the summer, she stays with me the whole entire summer. Now she's older, so she just goes wherever she wants. She's always with me often, cause I know her mother got something going on. She's a teenage girl. Her mother, she's getting tall.
Would you be surprised if your daughter wanted to live with you?
Oh, she likes to be by me. I'm just finishing. She likes to be with me. She likes to be by me. And I just say like, just tell your mom the reason. Like her mother and I had a conversation last Saturday about it. She said, "Yo, if she's not gonna come over here, I'm not checking for her."
You know. Fuck it. It's called Everything's Okay. It's not. Yeah, we are, but they're so great. No, it's so great though because there's so many different perspectives of life to look at things at. And I actually, to tear that fucking woman apart if her daughter wants to leave.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It would not. So like that apartment that I live in.
I think I got one.
Hold on.
Oh, you're the fucking best.
Oh, wow.
That's pre-production right there. Hold me down. That's pre-production.
My daughter.
I love it.
The situation, the apartment, the co-op that I live in is like the co-op that my daughter was born in. She's always lived there. She's always lived there. And that's one thing, like, she could want to be with her mom as much as she wants to, like, this is like home. Like, even though she considers both home, because I've been through that situation. Like, but like, my home and my mom was more my home than with my dad.
You had both? You didn't have both of them?
They weren't together. No.
Which one you stayed with?
So I used to go back and forth.
Okay.
So once my mom can't deal with me, I get suspended a lot. I go to school. I do some crazy shit. Yo, you go to your dad because you're bugging out. Like, and then when my dad can't deal, it's like, you gotta go to your mom because you bugging out. Like, I be bugging out. Like, I was bugging out. as a kid.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Ah, really? January or December?
December 27th.
January.
I'll be bugging out. One time in 3rd grade, let me tell you what I did in 3rd grade. This is the crazy.
This is kind of the craziest thing I did. Your ego bananas.
I mean,
you humbled it now. Oh,
I think highly of myself.
I think you know how to check yourself though.
I be checking myself.
You're very good. You're very good at it because I can't tell off the wall that you like. I know you.
I be checking myself, and
your intellect carries. Your intellect carries more than your ego ever will.
I try to lead with that.
Your intellect carries more.
My
than
ego,
because
my ego, when I'm using my ego, it's like
a purpose.
I'm being
reason?
an asshole. It's that's when I'm. It comes off asshole. When I lead with my intellect, I come off like I don't know.
You gotta change that. You gotta say you're a dick. You know why? Assholes get fucked. Dicks get it in. You gotta be a dick. Cheers to that.
Jerk. But I try.
Woo.
But let me tell you what I did in 3rd grade. So in 3rd grade, I went to my elementary school. PS52 had a whole bunch of steps. Like it had like 5 floors.
What is that? What hood? PS52.
PS52 was on Guybrush in Springfield. It's in Springfield.
Oh, you a Queens kid?
I'm a Queens kid.
Awesome.
So my family been in Queens for multiple generations.
Multiple generations.
Yeah. So,
what part? That part?
Yeah, that part. My dad just wound up moving to Flushing in the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, even that? That's in the 70s. You said multiple generations. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
70s. Yeah.
So, in 3rd grade, my class, I was in 311. Our class was on the 4th floor, but in 2nd grade we was on the 2nd floor. But they put an extra 3rd grade so now we on the 4th floor. So you come with all your supplies and your big bag and all this shit. You go up the steps. I was like a little fat boy. I got asthma. I walk up the steps like, whoo, whoo. I get towards the top of the steps. I'm not moving no more. I'm waiting. I'm making I'm making like everybody walk around me. And people know me, so I used to fight. They not gonna mess with me if I stop. Everybody's walking around me, so the teacher's like, go. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I need to catch my breath. She's like, go. I'm like, don't tell me what to do. She's like, go. So I get to the top of the steps, and you know how teachers are guilty of this all the time? Well, it's not guilty. They do it all the time. They be like, go. Or they try to nudge you, but it's like a fake shove because they can't shove.
Nah.
So
they just mush you. They
start guiding you. They guiding you to where you go over there.
Yeah.
Teachers do that all the time.
You got fucked up right now.
Teacher, you watch that?
Yeah, you got
watching this. You know I'm exposing a secret. Parents, they're shoving your kid in a nice way. So they go she did like a nudge. But even as an adult, I don't like people to touch me who I don't like. So I don't know this teacher. I just met her. She gave me a little nudge. I turned around at the top of the steps and I said, don't touch me. And my brother's teacher from last year, who worked in that school, she knew me. So she walked past us and she said, he doesn't like people to touch him. Don't touch him. She's like, don't touch him. If he doesn't know you, you don't touch him, right? And she's like, what? Go. And she does it now. She moved me. My back was like, this a little bit.
Yo, what the fuck you took?
My back was like this. I said, what? I shoved her down the steps.
No, the teacher?
But the long steps. Oh my God. She broke her leg.
No! You took
She broke her leg, man. 3rd grade, yo.
Hey, yo, he's an assistant principal.
3rd grade.
Is that why you became a teacher?
That karma hit me. It was karma. 3rd grade.
Yo,
so I get suspended. Let me tell you how I get suspended. I got a superintendent suspension. I was suspended for mad long. It was the first day of school. I can't remember exactly when I came back. It was before or after the break. When I came back, the day I came back, it was snowing outside. I used to have to.
Your luck.
I used to have to go to some DOE building. They would give me assessments here and there. I would have to hand them my book reports and the work that I did for a week. And then I would be with my grandmother or my mother. My grandmother and my mom were both nurses. So when my grandmother worked at night,
my mom
sometimes I would go with my grandmother to work at night and go to her house and while she slept and just sit there and eat hot dogs and shit while she was sleeping. because she was watching me. My mom would be at work.
Yo,
My mom was a psych nurse, so she worked a lot. Yo, I came back. The only reason why they let me back into school was so they have to have a whole hearing and everything. So I'm in the hearing, whatever, and they're talking, whatever, because teachers is a union. They got lawyers and all that. So they have to call the other teacher who witnessed it, because she saw it. She saw him, and she said to her, "I told her not to put her touch him, and she shoved him after." And that's why they let me come back to the school. And guess what class I was in?
What?
The same class with the same teacher. Because I was.
But that bitch wouldn't fuck with you again.
You know what she did? Even though like she wasn't doing nothing, she just totally ignored me. But she used to give me a lot of books to read.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, yo, this is my favorite author. You should read these books." I would sit in the class by myself in the back and just play Game Boy and read. I would play Jordan versus.
She wouldn't bother you. She would let you rock.
Let me rock, and then
give me work.
Give me work, and I'd just be reading books.
Yeah, I remember.
And I used to read Roald Dahl's. He made Matilda.
Wow.
Made Matilda.
Wow.
Matilda's actually one of my.
Oh yeah,
books.
no. That's why I said wow.
She
That's
was
crazy.
different, and I was like different as a kid.
You probably would get along now as adults.
I relate. Well, you know what?
As adults?
Let me tell you something. So I saw that teacher years later.
Get the fuck out of here.
So I lived in Roseville, but we used to move from like block to block. Weird shit kept happening. Like, oh my God. We lived in the same neighborhood, but we was moving from like block to block. One block that I moved on when I was in high school, right? She was my neighbor on the other side of my fence.
Wow.
So I was like, I was excited when I saw her. I wanted to tell her like you introduced me to those books. That became my favorite childhood author. I read all the books, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda. I wanted to tell her, James and the Giant Peach. I love those books. So then I went to go say hi to her. She was like, "Get off my property."
Yep, straight up. Fuck you doing?
Get off my property. I don't want you near me.
Fuck you doing?
I'm like, what?
Fuck you doing?
I'm like, it's crazy that I was in her class for like 4 months after that.
No, fuck you doing?
And she still harbored that.
Nah, fuck you doing? No,
She said,
yeah, nah,
"Who are you?" She didn't
yeah.
recognize me. I was like a little bit taller. I slimmed down a little bit.
Nah, fuck you doing? Get the fuck
And
away.
she was like,
yep.
"Jason? No. Get off my property."
Yo, no,
off my property.
I got kicked out of.
Her name was Miss Pector.
I love when they remember their names, huh?
Dude.
Motherfuckers.
I remember my best teacher. My favorite teacher. I have on Facebook. I speak to her all the time.
No way. Me too. Well, I don't have
love
it on
that lady.
Facebook, but I don't.
I love her.
Mine
like,
was Miss Pavlovich.
It's crazy. Like when you love your teacher, you could love them like you love your grandmother. Like I love that lady. Like she.
When I was in Catholic school,
I love that lady. I get glassy. I think about it. I love that lady, man.
I was in a first grade Catholic school, and we're in church. We're doing the prayers. I'm playing with like a thing of spit in my mouth because I used to just be bored.
The kids do that.
Yo, my best friend Fernando smacks me in the back of the head, and I spit all over the fucking statue of the Virgin Mary. yeah. I got.
They about to go off on you.
Yeah, I got so much show. I got kicked out. Yeah. First they put me on shit, then my parents was like, "Nah, we're gonna take you out of there." Yeah. All the time, I always got into. Yo, my first day when I went to Campus Magnet. You know Campus Magnet, Cambria Heights.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was the school 50 went to.
It used to be Jackson.
Jackson, yes.
Jackson.
Yo, when I went to Jackson,
I actually wanted to go.
I was one of
they had a
5
football
Spanish
team.
people.
Yeah, there's no.
And I played for the football team.
Yo, you know
I
what's
was
crazy?
quarterback.
So there's people over here that never go to the other side of Queens.
Yeah, they don't
So I
see
have to
that
tell
side.
them,
They don't see that
You
side.
know, like one of the largest, most prosperous black communities in America is the other side of Queens.
Yeah.
Y'all just never go over there.
Jamaica Estates.
Jamaica
So,
Estates.
like, are you kidding
I'm
me?
like, there's places on that side
They
of
got
Queens
so much
that
money
look
on
like
there.
Bayside. But
Queens Village.
Yeah, I think-
like yo, they got houses
Shadyville.
in Shadyville. Yo, they still but they got money.
Rosedale, Lawrence.
They got money over there.
There's little gated communities hidden over there too.
Yo.
Like NBA players be living with.
I was so outcasted over there though,
crazy.
going to school. Yo, son, like there used to be a Lucy spot, and you get the packs for $5, $6 on Jamaica Ave. You do too. One day I go to school, but I went to the store. You know, I'm early for school. I'm like, for once, I'm good. Buy a pack of cigarettes. Dude's like, yo, let me get a cigarette. I ain't no doubt. I pull out my pack to give him one. He pulls out a knife, and he says, I don't want the cigarette. I want your pack. Yo, bro.
Yo, you want the cigarettes that much?
I'm not a sucker. So what I did, I said, yo, cops. He looked and I ran to school.
That was like a half sucker move.
Yo, bro, he still got me at lunchroom. He still, I remember having an argument, yo. It sucks, like, because when you're one of 5 Spanish people, all the other fucking 3, like, only 2 speak English. The other 3 don't speak English like that.
So they're not really even fucking with you either.
They fuck with me, but they want to fuck with me because I speak English. I'm a connection.
Oh, you the connect.
Yo, B, like, I used to go in and I try my best. Like, I try my best to just...
They be like, ¿cómo se dice?
You know what it is? I realized that, like, you know what, like, Black Lives Matter, and, like, it's something that I've always seen for my life, and then when I speak to my grandparents, they've always seen it for their life. And then when I think back about when I went to school, and I think about where I was one of a whole bunch of people, and
I experienced that in college.
I won't say I got mistreated, but I will say that if there's an issue with one, there's an issue with many, and the reason it's an easier reason to believe in is the fact that we have different skin colors, and that is a reason that is very naive. Like, if you got an issue with a person, like, if I got your back, yo, I got your back, right? I got your back because I got your back because of your opinion. I don't got your back because of
that. Just happens because, like, the whole world that we lived in is based off of white supremacy. So, like, we all live and exist in a world that's dominated by white supremacy.
You know how I got good in that school?
So you can't stop. So, like, people do that, they shouldn't. But right now, it's like, it's hard to stop. You gotta think about it.
We've been here. You gotta
really attack how you're thinking to stop it.
Yes, that's the thing, though. Nobody's looking for a stop sign or a red light.
Causes dissension amongst everybody. When really, the world is really about poor people against rich people. You know how I got in that school for people to attach to me. It was my 4th week in that school, and I smoked remember when we used to get real sour diesel? Real sour diesel? I wasn't smoking in no high school.
Oh, okay, well, like, we used to get real sour diesel. Like, you used to either go uptown, you get some real sour diesel where it smells like gasoline. Like, now you say, I got sour. No. We used to get real sour diesel. And you walked on the train by Jamaica Avenue, everybody got sour. No. I'm talking about sour diesel. Like, it's a different strain. Like, so I smoked I rolled a blunt, I smoked it that way, and then I asked the teacher, let me go to the bathroom. When I was going to the bathroom, I looked around. I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna spark this shit. I sparked it in the fucking staircase. Unbeknownst to me, somebody comes from the top and somebody comes from the bottom. So there's literally no place for me to run when I hear those 2 doors open. And I'll never forget, both of these 2 people were both like sophomores, older dudes. They were like, you smoking weed? I was like, yeah. You Puerto Rican? I was like, yeah. Why you say that? Cause you only Spanish nigga here. I was like, yeah, y'all want to smoke? Yeah, what the fuck you want? Why you think we here? Yo, both of them smoking bud with me. When that bell rang, the whole entire school smelled like weed, and it was because of me. From that moment, I was fine until I almost got robbed. Until I got I was in detention. Yo, there was like 4 dudes that threw the air conditioner in the fucking pool.
Yo, you know what's crazy? When I was in high school, people were smoking, and I didn't even know they were smoking. I didn't even know I'm like, what is that?
Oh, really? You were naive to it that long?
Dude,
my grandma
in my family.
My grandma.
People in my family don't even drink.
No, my grandma. My grandma. When I'll never forget.
My father did.
She would pour Visine in her eyes and tear, and then say, and I would say, "Why are you crying?" She goes, "Cause I need love," and I would give her a hug. Yo, all my life, and then she would light incense around the house. Like,
my father did. I remember one time when I was like 19 years old, and I'm like, something smells like weed, but I think it was like one of my neighbors. So I was with my dad. I was like, you smoking drugs in there? Real name, smoking drugs in there? He's like, what are you talking about? My dad used to wear briefs too. So he come out in his briefs. What are you talking about? Right?
One ball hang low and shit.
He was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it smell like, I smell you. He goes, that's probably the neighbors. He's like, everybody smoke weed. I'm like, no, they don't. And I'm like, And I'm like, wait a minute. And he goes, I ain't smoked weed in a long time. I said, since when? What's a long time? I thought he was going to say 20 years. He said, 2 to 3 days. I was like, what? Days? He said, I didn't smoke in a couple days. I was like, you be smoking? He's like, he looked at me, he's like, everybody smokes.
Yo, I'm sorry. It's part of it. It's and you know what? You know what I kind of question with marijuana? I do kind of question, like, because I beat myself up. I went to therapy. I got sober. I was one of those people that were like the AA meeting people that, you know, you need help to deal with something, or because you're forced to deal with something, you deal with it or go to jail. So, like, I was put in this position, and I be honest, I don't know if it's like on one side just something that is an addiction, or on another side keeps a lot of us sane, because
it could be, but just be both.
It could just be both. But
it could just be both.
But when you get off, like when I get off of weed, I feel a lot different as far as I'm a lot more aggressive. I get mad at people. I force people into situations like, you said you were gonna do this. I know, but no. So where are you right now? What do you mean where am I right now? Yo, let's go do it. Let's do this.
You're helping you with that, but there so-called there's other ways to get around, and you can meditate, you can do other things. But
have you meditated?
Me, meditate.
Can you?
Me, I don't meditate, but I find other ways to get my calm. I don't sit down and be like yama 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 or whatever.
How you get your calm?
I get my calm. I go outside. I run my bicycle. I go shoot around. I play handball. I go hit the handball. Years ago when I was slimmer, and I told my Achilles, I used to go jog. Like, that's how I get calm. Like, now, like, my life is very calm, so, like, it's very easy for me to get calm. I could just sit in my bed, and I'm, like, at peace with a lot of things. So now I don't got to do much to be calm, because I'm at peace with a lot of things. So I can just sit in my bed. I got a nice big bed. I just got a brand
Talk to him.
I got a brand new.
Talk to him.
I got the purple. The purple foam mattress. They keep advertising TV. I just got that. The nice new one, the thick one. I just got that. So I just be sitting in my bed like, yo, I be chilling. Like, yo, I don't got to do much to get my peace. Like, I just sit there. My TV don't even be on. I just be chilling, relaxing in my bed. I'm not on social media. I just be sitting there chilling. My mom has been saying with me, because she used to live with my sister. My sister passed away. My mom.
All right, wait,
my mom be like, what are you doing?
Yo, Paul, you run fast. My sister passed away. How yours?
Mine, it's undetermined. It was actually last September, but I think it was her boyfriend. But that's another story. I got a lot of other stories, man.
All right, my sister passed away from cancer, and it was March 2019.
But now they're saying to me that they think she had COVID.
That's why I asked that. Because
and they could have. So at the time, my mom was in the hospital with, they don't know what she had. They don't know if she had pneumonia. They don't know what she had in September. My mom is on dialysis. She was getting dialysis. And then she just, out of nowhere, she was like, just couldn't breathe and got sick out of nowhere. And then she was in the hospital on the ventilator. She was on the ventilator.
And you know that's not good.
And then my sister.
You know they determined the ventilator is not good though.
I know. My mom asked to be on the ventilator. She asked to be intubated because she couldn't take it. She's like, I'm going through too much pain, coughing. Like, she started coughing the blood. She's like, and my mom is a nurse, so she said, look, I know this is my profession. Y'all need to do this to me because my body can't take the pain. And so did she. So, and then my sister she started feeling sick. And then one day, it was like, boop, that's it. But they thought it was her boyfriend, but then he disappeared, but I know he's at. And then now they called me like, can we test her remaining blood for COVID? I told them, no, you don't have my permission. Because they saved the blood and it's an ongoing investigation.
Why not give permission?
Why? Because I don't want to deal with it anymore.
It's done. It's over.
It's done. I got to deal with it enough. My personal life. I don't want to be on the phone talking about it.
Have you seen commercials on TV?
Because it wouldn't change anything for me.
That's why I want to ask you this. Have you seen commercials on TV? They were saying the the ant poison for your grass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ant poison.
Yeah.
There was a commercial on TV where if somebody caught cancer from using
They
this,
could sue it. They could sue.
yeah.
And
There's
I've
been a
never
commer-
seen it.
there- there's a
I don't
commercial-
really watch a lot of regular TV.
There's a commercial like that, right? So, my stepfather's been an exterminator since my sister.
For years.
And, you know, it's weird that she's dead, and I'll see an ant commercial like that. And I'm like, damn, we rode around with the shit in the trunk. It was in the trunk all the time. She was exposed to it all the time.
It might not have been the main thing, but it could have affected
the
her,
cancer
right?
that she caught was Hodgkin's cancer, and that's the one that they specify in the commercial. But it's the same thing with your sister, right? Like it's like
Yeah,
to
well,
some extent.
They
Why?
said that she
It's
had the
done.
signs.
It's over with. Why are we gonna beat a dead horse? The fact of the matter is, my sister was dropped.
It's re-traumatizing actually to go through it again. Because it's like, and I'm actually
For real?
it's fresh for me. It's still fresh actually because September.
It don't make me feel
But
re-traumatized.
how long ago? How long ago was it?
I told you March 19th.
Oh yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
I'm just like you.
My shit is September. For me, it's like,
I'm just like you. I'm March. You're September. I'm just like you. We're 6 months apart. I got
It's
cancer.
re-traumatizing.
You had a different circumstance. I had cancer.
for me. It's like I can speak about it, but I don't want to speak about it like with like
No, it's,
strangers and like
no. It's not to be
the
spoken
coroner
about. No,
about
it's
it.
not. It's not to be spoken. It's not. It's not the speech that matters. It's what you do after. It's just the same
Yeah.
circumstance what everybody's going through now with everything. You know, it's not us having conversations. Us having conversations can go just but so far. It's what happens after that action. Look, peep it. My sister passed away. My best friend passed away. My sister passed away, and then my uncle passed away. My sister last. My uncle in the middle. My best friend last. She broke his image, broke his picture. But when all those things happen, it's what I did after. It wasn't the fact, like, when it occurred, I had no control over it. I still have no control over it. I have no control over what I feel. If I could tell you every Sunday I cry in the shower, if I could tell you once a week I beat up something, that's why my knuckles are damaged. If I could tell you that I refrain from being a dickhead because I believe that there's a beauty in life, and just because I feel the way I feel, I should not take it out on anybody. So there's an eye twitch. All those things come from the reason of them passing away, in a sense. I had to make something out of it. You know, your sister passing away. What you are, you had to make something out of it.
Tomorrow was my nephew's birthday.
You gonna see him?
Yeah.
Of course.
Just bought him a whole bunch of tools. I bought him a tricycle. I bought him he's gonna be 3, a little Tyler basketball hoop, and I bought him a big Lego set.
3 without a fucking
3.
Yo, it bugs me out because you know those kids, their dad passed away. You know, he's 4, she's 8, and you know when it comes to like Father's Day, when it comes to his birthday, when it comes to his death date, when it comes to Christmas, when it comes to their birthday, you know, when it comes to all these events that their father should be part of, and he isn't. He isn't because he physically can be, and we can think about you could think about he's in your heart, he's in your no. Where they would like him to be, he isn't there. I think about that in my head, but they chin check.
It's like me on the other side. I couldn't even do it. Like
What?
I used to talk to this girl whose kid's father passed away, and it was like, it's like I got so tired of chasing his ghost, and
If I'm being honest,
and
with
he
you,
wasn't like and the thing she tells me, I'm like, he wasn't even a good dude.
You know.
And I got so tired of chasing the ghost.
And you know,
I couldn't deal with it. Some people
it's great.
can, but I couldn't deal with it.
It's great that I have a platform
I couldn't. Like,
it's
I was
great that I
like-
have a platform called Everything Is Okay, because everybody seems to get a whole bunch of my honesty, and that's why I get a bunch of backlash. But the honest truth is, I battle with her all the time on his ghost. How can I not? His son looks exactly like him. How can I not?
Yeah.
His daughter has the personality like him. How can I not? When she is attached to him, even though he ain't, how could you not? See, it's what you grow. It's what
And me,
you.
I can't. I couldn't. Me, I was like, I cannot deal with this. You know?
Oh no. See, I you know,
can't.
I think that's what the world-meter is. I think that's gonna be the biggest default that I've ever had in my life, Jay. Yo, you know the biggest default I've ever had in my life? The fact that I can put the weight of my world on my shoulders. I'm trudge.
I couldn't do it.
Yo, bro, I trudge. I trudge with four-wheel
trudge a lot,
drive.
but that
I
one
throw that
thing
shit in low gear.
Is that one thing I just couldn't do? I just was like, I cannot do this. Like,
but you know what that you know
I can't.
you know what
like,
another thing you have to.
It used to bother me so
she
much.
make
It's
you
making
feel
my
like
legs
that?
shake. You know what? It just be times when she
Because
starts.
that's the bigger deal. If she made you feel like that, that's the bigger deal. Because
It's just that time that she would like be talking about certain things. I'd be like, yo, God, like.
Oh,
like,
see, no,
man,
see,
or she'd
I
be
never
upset,
did.
or she's upset about like, I don't know, like he used to beat her, no type, like, and it was years ago. And she's still like impacted by it, and it's like, oh my God, like,
Oh, yeah, but
I can't chase this ghost, man, like, and then I'm like stuck with repairing things that
aren't even your fault.
He did,
Yeah,
but
aren't
he's
even
not
your
even
fault.
alive.
No.
I'm like, I can't even do this, like, and I've been single for, damn man, almost 11 years, and that was like the only girl. Yes.
No way.
No
way.
girlfriend, no nothing.
But
that was my main
but
girl that I dealt with for.
You fucking.
Oh, I'm not. I ain't celibate. Shit, I never said all that.
But no. You gotta go to. Not for fucking, man. For you go to girl you talk to.
I gotta go to. I got go tos for different things. And
Yo,
I have an issue.
You
I have an issue that I need to like.
Boom! I'm a deep dive.
I gotta stop this.
No. For what? You figured out.
This is what I do. This is what I do.
You figured out the best strength and honesty.
This is
you know
what
the
I
best
do.
strength and honesty is being yourself.
This is what I do.
If you have people there for different reasons, that means you got it.
Like, I got somebody who I go to like, I'm cool with her. We friends, but like, I think we're both each other's go to for this. Like when you want to just lay, we just go to each other for that. Like, I'm cool with her. But we just really go to each other only for that. Like, I got somebody who's my go-to when I want to, like, talk about, like, smart things. Like, she's smart. Like, I like to go to her for that. I have slept with her, but I like to go to her when we want to talk about, like, certain things. Like, I prefer that from her. Like, that's what I like from her. Like, that's what I like from her. I got another go-to who I just, like, we just be chilling with each other. We just be chilling.
We have smoke, chill.
Sometimes we just chill. We drink. We be in the park drinking. We go sit in front of like whatever. We talk to each other. Our children are friends.
But
And she know that. We know that. We be like, all right.
Would something cancel all of those?
It may be. I don't know. That's hard. That's the whole monogamy thing is weird to me too. So it's like
You know, we're not supposed to.
I don't believe it. I don't really believe in it.
Think where we come from.
It's a.
We're animals,
we're
right?
compromising when we do
You know
that.
we're animals, right?
We're animals
Not only
first.
that, we're males, right? You know what the male.
We're not supposed
You know
to
what the
do
male
that.
gene is, right? Like
We're
it's
supposed to
supposed
be
to leave
boom,
legacies.
boom, boom.
It's supposed to go around and do what it does, right?
That's what it's supposed to be, and that the whole like
Structure of life has have completely destroyed that though. Like
it does.
China was the first. Remember back in the day,
you
you could
know
only
what?
have one kid in China.
But you know what I really think
And
that
if you
is?
had the second kid, if it was a boy that killed it, you only had to have a boy and a girl?
Yo, let me tell you what I really think it is. I think it's another way that people with money have control over people that don't have money.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time people marry, they count on each other or whatever. They need each other for financial reasons.
Yep.
These people don't need that.
Nope.
They're up there. And when they marry a chick, she's up there already now. She can take all his shit, especially in California.
Yeah.
So now they live differently. Like
Status
they
is
all
totally
cheating and
different.
everything.
Yeah.
They cheating, whatever. They don't care.
That's why I posted that. Like,
they don't
rich
even care.
people live like this, and when you answered
don't even
it,
care.
you would know that. You
They don't
you
even
would be the
care.
person to say that. Like, yeah,
They don't even care. They don't even. It's nothing to them. Like
pussy ain't sacred to them. Dick ain't
No.
sacred to them.
No.
Relationships,
they probably be thinking the way I be thinking, but they got more money, so
They
it's
can
like
do it.
whatever.
yeah.
As long as they don't embarrass their spouse, don't embarrass them.
Don't bring that
It's
shit
like,
home.
Don't bring that shit home. Don't make me look stupid.
Don't bring
That's kind of what Jay did. That's what I'm like. So I met her when I was like working, and then years later she wound up working with me. And then while she was working with me, like the dude was like treating her like shit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be coming to work crying. I remember one time she was at work crying. crying. And I had to like, cause I'm cool with the custodian. He has a whole custodians be having whole couches. They have a whole apartment in there.
Yeah.
So I said, yo, let her go to.
I
told her let her go.
They spend the most time in the school.
I told her
right?
he had a spot, so let her go to the spot and just sit there for like an hour or two. And I let her go there, chill with her. And I spoke to her like, yo, what's going on with you is not okay, whatever. Then I stopped working with her. Then I like bumped into her one time, and then boom, the dude had passed. I'm like, oh word, like she was still looking good. So then I started dealing with her. It's like, all right, like this is gonna be that was like the main chick I was dealing with.
Were you the rebound?
Nah, I wasn't the rebound.
Oh, you being
I definitely know she dealt with other dudes, but like I was the first person she probably seriously dealt with.
Let me ask you something.
Seriously dealt with after. So that kind of does, maybe, I guess.
It's not. It's not only serious. It's because of your mind, though. You gotta. Do you not admit to the fact that you're an extremist?
I don't think I'm an extremist.
Oh, come on, man. Man, when we do it, we do it. We're not gonna do it halfway.
I don't think halfway.
The way you gave her attention, right? The way you gave her attention, it wasn't halfway. It was yourself.
I mean,
You're gonna be you 110% of the time, no?
Yeah, but it wasn't extreme though. I don't think much.
No, just being you. Just being you is for them. Like, for people, I find a rebound being like when I ask you if you're a rebound,
I'm not sure if I maybe I was, and if I think about it now,
the closer connected.
But like,
when a person feels empty, right? Emptied out, when they got something to give them some fuel and fill up a tank, even if it's halfway, when they're dealing with multiple people, it's probably even worse because they get a little bit from a little bit. Now, when you got somebody that gives you a little bit more, it's a different fit. She saw you in a different light and expected something different. I couldn't deal with the ghost
of the past. Though. It was like
because she couldn't let that go.
It's like bringing it up all the time. Like, why you bring up a dude that like was like beating you, deadbeat? Like, what? Stop. See, in my mind, it just bothered me so much. Like, and then it's like, and you got a daughter, and I'm hanging out with her, and you keep bringing it up. I was like, but he wasn't even there. Like, he was legit, like, not there.
See, but that and that's when you.
And I'm like, yo.
That's when it make you realize what a person really. Yeah, like, you know, I had to clock. You have to clock out at that point. I'm kind of grateful that I don't get that at all.
I had to stop dealing with it because I couldn't deal with it.
I don't get that at all though. You know, I for what it's worth.
For me, I just couldn't do it.
In an awkward way, me and him being so close, like
see, y'all was close. See, that's different.
But we correlate. We weren't only close like as people. Like we were close like spiritually.
I didn't even know this dude.
Yeah, that's why
but I've met him before, and he was a fucking asshole, yo.
Ah man,
I'm like, yo, you.
Almost be your picture ain't there, asshole.
And sometimes she compares me to. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. Like it's the same way. My man Bug was a savage, but my uncle did 23 years in prison. I only got him from 1 year of my life before he died. Overdose, and my aunt found him on the toilet bowl. Like yo,
I found my sister.
Oh, you found your sister? Hey, wow. What men do, what people do with pain, I think is undefined. Isn't love undefined? Yo, what people do with pain, you could never call it, yo. They could be the best people in the world during the daytime, but at night, they ain't no superheroes. They become totally different. In the morning, there's a question whether you will find them. Like, what people do, it is a shame.
She can do whatever she wants to with that pain, but I'm not. I couldn't.
You don't have to be part of it.
I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah.
Plus, I got so much of my own things going on. I said, I stopped speaking to her, like, right when around when my sister passed away.
Your daughter must be dope.
I mean,
you must talk to her a lot.
We talk a lot.
Like, she must be your best friend. Like,
one of the best things when you have a kid and she gets older, or your kid gets older, is when you can have like real conversations with them about life and the world. Like, besides race, I always talk about race in my house, but like, I always talk about racial things.
Really?
Yeah, I always talk about race.
You don't think that? You don't think?
And my daughter's mother.
You're making them aware.
I always talk about race, but my daughter's mother is white. But I'm always talking about race in my house.
Wait, what?
My daughter's mother.
Your BM is white?
She doesn't know her dad, but her mom is white. Her family's white. She was raised like a white girl.
Wait,
she's German. She's German.
Your BM is white.
Something else. Yes, yes. She looks Spanish, but she's white. She looks Spanish. Though.
So your daughter looks what?
My daughter looks like me, a little bit browner with more hair. Got strong genes.
And this and you feel like you have to make her extra aware?
No, I just talk about race.
Choose to.
Race is a thing that like it's just in my house. We always talked about race a lot.
And I mean,
see, my
I got a Chinese stepfather.
My mom always
we made fun of it.
My mom always talks about race, and my one thing, and I peeped it early because my grandfather, who passed away this year actually during COVID.
How old?
He's 101.
I'm about to say, yo, what the fuck? My grandfather passed away this year too, and he was 80.
He was
my grandfather passed away this year too.
He might have. He's the first man of color to win a Purple Heart.
No way.
So he's like, and he's straight in New
You got
York.
the picture?
I can show you a video of him right now.
All right, put it in the camera. This one's looking at you.
Nah, this is not a good video.
No, it's all right.
I don't want to show that video of him because it don't depict him well. It's me talking to him with his Alzheimer's. He's forgetting who's who, so I'm gonna put that on. But
Got you.
So like so my grandfather, he Native American, so he's like racist in a way that like
Native American.
he racist in a way that like
You say he's Native American?
yeah, but he's racist in a different way.
So
he's racist in a way
he's
like
one of the first Americans in America.
I mean he's Native
specify
American.
this. Yeah, that's
Native
why.
American.
Like,
He's Native American.
no, that's a big deal. You gotta understand. Like that's a big
Look,
deal.
I'm
They
gonna
were
show
here
you
first.
what he looked like because I'm not gonna put it in the thing because it's not gonna show good. Hold up. Look.
That's your grandpops.
Look,
So how would he get with grandma?
He met her when he was stationed in Virginia. He was in the army. You know, the army. He's old Native American man. He just got his hair cut short. Look at
They can see that on my camera view.
They can see that.
Yes, they can see. They can see it perfect.
So he's a Native American. He's not. But he's like a different kind of race. Like he don't like black people. He don't like white people. He thinks nobody should be here.
No, you know what
he thinks nobody should be here.
Are you understanding what you're telling me?
So I grew up hearing him saying that to me.
Are you understand what
and
he's saying?
And also, peep this though. My grandmother is black. Though.
He's right.
He's not. I know he's not right.
He's absolutely.
I know he's right.
We should not be here at all.
My grandmother is Southern black, and my grandmother, it was like a light skinned black. No, she was. She died a long time ago.
No, how old was he?
He passed when he was 101.
Yo, that nigga.
He was 101.
Yo, son.
He was 101. So peep this. So my father came up brown like me.
What do you mean?
Like my father's complexion was like my complexion, but nobody else.
So your grandma
nobody
was
else. My grandmother was black, but she was like she was fair. She was fair skinned black. But my father came out my complexion.
We're talking 100 years though. So what kind of black? Slave black? Like what kind of?
My family is her family's Geechee, so they're from the Geechee Islands. So
really?
They're kind of like it's different. Like they're kind of like natives. They almost they meant to mix with like slaves.
Grandpa hit the jackpot in some sense.
So my father came out brown.
Yeah.
But my grandfather always used to like ostracize him because he was dark. So like I peeped it as I started getting older. So race was already a part of my lexicon. So then I'd be talking about that, like, why does he do this? Why does he do that? Why does he my father, or then I would ask my mother, she'd be like, yo, your grandfather's racist, blah, 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 blah. We would talk about it. Yo, the first time my daughter, when she was first born, was very, very light skinned. Now she's brown. The first thing he said when he was holding her, he said, look at my baby, she's so light, pretty. I said, give my baby back. Took her to the beach the next day.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I swear to God, I took her to the beach the next day.
Why? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Don't.
You can't do that. It's gonna take a long time. Look. I'm sorry.
I understand. Like that's how
it's
we
gonna
was.
take a long time. It's gonna take a long time.
He has feelings that are like mixed.
But you're right. You know what? I can't do that too. You're right. That's how you correct him.
But I'm saying no. It's not okay. Like it's not okay.
That's how you keep correcting it.
Okay.
You take your daughter away because that's how you correct.
The last time that my grandfather, no, not the last. One of the last times that my grandfather saw my mother in person We had a big Thanksgiving dinner. My brother had just bought a house.
Yo, he was a Native American. He was an Indian.
And I invited both of my sides of my family came, right? So my grandfather came and he see my mom. My mom is like very, very dark skinned. She's from Bed-Stuy. So my grandfather, when he saw, he said, "You just is as big and as black as I remember you." He has Alzheimer's. He don't remember nothing. He saw her and he said that. "You're just as big and as black as I remember you." She just said,
It was in his mind.
It's like, just the way how he thinks about but he talks that way about white people too. He just says that everybody. He's like that about black people, white people.
But that's why I say
he
like
feels a way like but what is old to him that he never got is ingrained and he right.
No.
What's old to him and now what's old. But I used to say to him, but now it's old to all of us. Like
people should
it's all
lighten
of
up
us.
though.
It's all of us.
People
It's
should
all of
lighten
us.
up though. Like if we just lightened up a little bit.
People lightened up. People accepted it.
No,
He was old.
we should all lighten up, man. Like, yo, it's not that old
That's
person's
not the main
fault.
event, right?
No. Oh, you're right. Main event. Good shit. Good shit. Darren Till versus Robin Whitaker. We're gonna watch this and talk shit. Like people, for some reason they don't understand that. I think they need to lighten up. G, like, it's okay. Like, yo, it's okay that your older grandma.
Nah, it was okay though. It was okay.
No, it is okay.
But I
leave them alone.
I used to say to him,
leave everybody alone.
You gotta chill.
Leave everybody alone.
gotta
Comedians are allowed to get away with it on stage,
gotta
right?
chill.
I checked my stepfather because my stepfather would say
gotta chill.
faggot, and I would say, Dad, you can't say, Dad, don't even. He's like, well, you say gay guy then? Do you say homo? And I'm like, Dad, don't say nothing. He's a person. No, but he sucks dick though. Dad. My stepfather's Chinese since I was 4.
Oh.
Dad.
Oh, Chinese, yeah, they're not.
It's different. They got made fun of for everybody. They're the ones that look like this.
They're not fucking with
Nobody looks like this, G. Nobody looks like this. They're the only ones that look like this. They got made fun of forever.
My grandmother
Before Jews were looked at like Jews, Chinese people were
eyes.
known like this. Yo, Chinese people are the most fucking outcasted people in the world. And he would let me know. Yo, this is how we look at people. Like, yo, this is how we look at people because they always looked at us like that. With racism, in my opinion, in order to get rid of racism, it's not going to take our generation, but it's going to take about at least 10. It's going to take 10 generations, but then...
It's not going to take 10.
But, no, I think it's going to take 10. I think it's going to take
way less.
Yeah.
Generations? Way less.
Oh, you're right.
It's going to take...
You know what I think generations... I think generations like hip-hop.
No.
Because every 10 years, hip-hop sounds different. So every 10 years, I thought life would look different.
So you think it's 10 years?
Like from 1980s, wait, let's go. All right, boom.
If you think
from 1960s to 1970s, different. From 1970s, 1980s, different. 1990s, 1980s, different. 1990 to 2000, different. 2000 to 10, different. 2000 to 20, different.
I honestly think
220 year, we've never seen nothing like this. And look at what we got, the peak.
I think
of a
in our
Donald Trump,
lives,
of a Corona.
I think in our
look
lives,
at the peak of 2020. The next 10 years is going to be a totally different map.
In our lives, we're going to see the beginning of the big change, but we're not going to live to see the complete change.
Yup.
The reason why I think that is because...
it's a really good fight.
I'm thinking one, America is a world power. America actually is not a very old country.
No.
So the Moors, black people ruled parts of Europe longer than America existed.
We're the youngest country around the world, aren't we?
This is not.
Nobody's established themselves.
This is not an
before.
old country.
For our constitution, we're the youngest establishment in the world.
This is not an old country. They're fighting. We continue to fight for supremacy. I'm fine with them doing that because it makes me live a good life.
You're proud to be American? Yo, son.
I'm happy to not be from a third world country.
What's your third world?
I'm happy to not be from a third world country.
What are you? But what is your nationality?
I'm American. I say I'm American. Like, what am I?
Yo,
American.
People look at it.
I'm American. I'm more as American comes.
Yo, you come from the roots. You're Native American.
I wore this shirt. This is free-ish since 1865, right? I was out in Bayside. Some Irish person said to me, go back to your country. And I said, you Irish. You're not even from this country.
None of them
Go back to your country.
None of them get it.
Go back to your country.
None of them get
And
it.
then she mouthed off.
It was a female?
Yeah, and then she was with a dude. You know what I said to the dude? I said, you better check your girl, because she was doing that because you allow her to do that, and you're gonna have to feel the consequences of that. So
It's not
you
even
better
allowed.
check her.
Yo,
I said, you better check her or tell her to chill a little bit.
when we first met,
Tell her to chill a little bit.
When we first met
You
that
gotta
night,
tell her to chill.
you walk to the bathroom. When you walk to the bathroom, you threw a towel that you found somewhere at the bar on me, and later on, when I found out it was just found from somewhere and it wasn't your towel, I was upset. 'Cause I'm like, how you just throw this at me? You didn't know if it was yours, I'd take your sweat. But you just threw a random nigga shit. So when you did that, and when you walked by me, I don't know if you remember because we were drinking, but when you walked by me, you know what you said to me? You was like, congratulations. So when you said that, it was coming off of how she talked to you in that place. And I realized your genius from like jump. You can't just, we're different, G. People just can't have conversation with us. Check yourself at the door before you're just gonna jump into a conversation to have one, because the backlash is a little different from what you might be able to want to expect. And since I'm with her, I gotta defend that.
Exactly.
But in a so respectful way that I gotta.
That's why I said to the dude, like, yo, you see your girl yelling at me in the street, you better tell her to stop, because.
And that's why you saw my position, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
You told her chill.
But I did it in a way where I'm not embarrassing.
No, you don't gotta embarrass her, girl.
Listen,
Yo,
just,
that's you bugging out.
This is the way you handle yourself, and the way you handle yourself is the same way. Like
you chilling.
But your intellect is different.
I said to the dude, yo.
That's why you can't fuck.
And
with
then he said,
people.
"What?" I said, and you know what's crazy? I've always thought like this, but I was talking about Patrice on it earlier. He said it, and I was like, yes.
It went into full effect.
And I was like, he's like, yo, your girl does things in public sometimes, and you shouldn't. And if she doesn't do it a lot, it's because you're not checking her. Yeah. You gotta be like, yo, stop, because you cashing a check.
Come on.
You writing a check that I gotta cash.
You're right. Yeah. At the
I gotta cash.
And you know what? I'm grateful
chill.
that I got to cash this check because I got you here.
You gotta. Yeah.
I cashed this check.
You
right?
gotta chill.
Like. But that's what yo.
But everybody can't talk about things like that.
Of course, but the fact that all right, Nick put me on to you as far as she was like, yo, and then when I got that brief conversation, and then I looked at your gram, and I was like, oh shit, yo, no, yes, awesome, yo, things like that. I feel like that's my position. On
my gram, I'm silly. I'm up with my family, and I speak my mind a lot. That's all you're gonna see on this.
You could have, see, one thing I do. I have a big problem. A lot of people tell me like I'm an ass kiss, but I'm not an ass kiss. I'm an honest person. Yo, you're a teacher. You're AP. You're an influencer of the next generation of life. The way you feel about that teacher that touched you and you keep in contact with is the same person that you are for the next amount of people that are coming into this world. The title that you hold could never be like taken away, stripping from you unless you did it yourself, and you always make it
and I've gotten to shit where I almost lost my job before too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Who you got? So I'm gonna tell you background.
I don't know who these
He's the ex-champion.
I like the guy on the right.
He's the ex-champion.
I don't like this guy.
That guy in the left.
He came in with his underwear. I hate that.
Yo,
man.
that guy in the left. All right. He just moved up to the weight class of 185.
Oh, I like the
He
other
was
guy.
doing 170. He won his last
But he
fight.
looks good at that weight.
Now
he
he's
just moved up.
185. He is the 185er though. He's the ex-champion. He's the ex-champion on the floor. Look,
the other guy is he probably should have been at this weight already because he looks solid at that weight.
Yeah, Darren Till versus fucking Robert Wood.
He probably was
333.
He probably was cutting weight hard and
No, yeah, he was. He was starving. He was starving at
that dude,
170.
He's not a little dude.
No. His nickname is called the Gorilla.
Look at his thighs.
It's called Darren the Till Gorilla. Darren Gorilla, whatever.
He's got big legs, so he's not a little dude.
No, he's not. But he was cutting with when you make that weight at 170, nigga, and you a muscle.
And
nigga,
you supposed to be 185, 190. You that 15 pounds is a lot in the fight, man.
It's more than that. It's hurt. It hurts.
I told you early when we was off the camera when I got into the fight with the UFC dude. Right now I'm heavyweight champion world 250. Then I was like 215. But that dude was
250.
Yeah, but that dude. That dude was like.
Damn, son.
Back then I was 200.
Give me some of that.
215.
Shit.
I wish I could. I'd give it right away.
Yo,
that dude was probably like 175. Me being 30 pounds.
Yo, Whittaker not looking good.
Yeah, he's not.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I did last year. I did jujitsu, right? I did it for 5 sessions, right, last year. And what happened was 115-pound dude put my elbow in my ass 12 times. So I was like, yo, son, what's good? Like, I'll fuck you up on hands. He said, go ahead and hit me. Yo, I went to swing at him. He did it again. I was like, it got me so discouraged, but then it put me on. It put me on to the point where it's like now when people like grab me or grapple me, I don't even want to tussle with you. I don't even want to. Yo, I'm gonna trip you. Like right now, if I was Whitaker,
oh no,
I would
we
trip
doing
him.
Dirty. I'm tripping him.
And elbows, like you said. I'm fucking elbow. Yo, the first charge I ever caught, like I was
doing the little Lex,
I was
the
15,
cheap Lex.
15 years old, and some dude was on top of me. First charge I ever caught, and I hit him with a snapper bottle. Cause yo, I was getting my ass whooped. But when it comes down,
I never really got my ass whooped before.
Oh no, I
that was one of my issues when I was younger.
I haven't got my ass whooped.
Overly brave.
Nah,
it runs it to me now. Sometimes I'm like,
I get into a fight with big people.
I'm overly brave.
Yeah, that's what I said.
My brother had a birthday party last year.
I get into a fight with big people.
We about to get into we were arguing with some dude, and I said to him, I'll beat all of y'all up. My brother was like, chill. I said, well, so what's up? They're like, you crazy. Have a drink with us.
See, like with me, you know what my thing is? Like,
he said, you crazy. I like it. You'll forget it.
I'm not I really have an issue with people that bully, right? Like, I'm cool with assholes and dickheads, and I'm people with, like, yo, ego and all that shit. Yo, that shit's fine. But, like, I'm never cool with somebody that bullies their way or people that are, like, perverts. Like, yo, dudes that be like,
perverts,
yo, I've gotten into so many issues with, like, my ex-girlfriend and, like, her family. Them dudes, like those like cousins and all, like being like perverted and all, like, yo, I straight up snuff you, like I straight up hit you. I'll deal with it later. You can whip my ass. I'll take an ass whipping. I'm cool with it. Like, I'm really cool with it. But me personally, I do like to handle problems, to talk. But when I see you're unapproachable, then I see what you asking for. And before you give it to me, I try my best to give it to you. Dead ass. Before you give it to me. This is a really good fight, though. Darren Till won his last fight, a dude he shouldn't have beat. Whitaker lost his last fight, and he lost the belt. So when you...
But he's still number one right here.
Yeah, he's still number one, but the problem is that Till is coming in at number 6. So for number 6 to face number 1, you know what you have to uphold? Yo, you're
number 1.
Yo, and that's the problem.
He's in like number 4 right now.
This is the first round. Look. And you know what's great? They're not from here. They're both from fucking the other side of the world. One's from Europe, one's from like New Zealand. They're both from Australia. They're both from the other side of the world. It's so great to see that. UFC, you know what UFC has done? Like, a lot of people just got onto it now, and you saw that from the last pay-per-view, but yo, I've been watching it for like 3 years, and the reason I got hooked in it is because adversity. Life, yo, the things you deal with in life, the way they come in and curve, and the decisions you make, a decision you make now could reflect you. Not changing your muffler could fuck up your car 6 months later, and you didn't even like, damn, that was $100. I could have fixed it. You know what I mean? Nah, I didn't fix it. The decisions you make could reflect you later. When I see UFC, all these decisions that they make have to be in the moment. The reason I reflected on this shit so greatly was because you have to be in this moment. You have to embrace life when it comes and adjust to it immediately. I haven't done that yet. I ain't got that immediate strength, but I've gotten so good at it. Yo, whenever problems come at me, I deal with them immediately. I don't let them shit bubble. I don't let them shit sit there. If a problem comes, you deal with it. Right or wrong, you deal with it.
That's who I am. I deal with my shit.
But this is what a fighter is. That's why Dana White took this shit to a totally different level, because you put people that may or may not have problems with each other, but they want to be the greatest in the world with hands. They got that from the Bruce Lees, the Mike Tysons. They got that from the Holyfields. They got that from the Stone Cold Steve Austins. They got that from... All these people have guaranteed seen these things. The image of this is because of that. And now when they bring this shit, blood, sweat, and tears in the ring, the 6-8 years training... Yo, Jorge Masvidal came into a fight, G, with 6 days notice. You came into a championship fight last weekend, 2 weekends, 6 days notice. 6 days notice.
That's
what
crazy.
Man does that? Yo, but that's what
That's
a fighter...
crazy.
No, that's a person willing to meet the challenge of life.
Crazy.
It's not nuts. I'm going to meet you.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, But I'll be honest, while we watch this, like I said, like I see your conversations on the gram, and I see, you know, Nick made fun of it, but when she was saying it, you see,
No. She was making fun of it,
mocking it though.
But nah, it's like
Compliment.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment. Oh, you preaching when you always? I'm like, I'm not always preaching. I'm being informative. I gotta let people know. Like, I'm like my job is a part of what I do for a living, so I inform people. Like, I don't think a teacher doesn't hold knowledge. They guide you to it.
Yeah, but you're like,
so I'm like, yo, and then
you're stepping out the box.
And then I say to her,
do that.
And I said to her, I was like, when she said, I was like, oh, thanks. I was like, I was like, is that supposed to be?
You're yeah.
I'm like, I'm not on social media sad.
You're as a teacher, but see, as a teacher, I think that unfortunately, maybe you might have to make a decision one day though. It deserves to be shared, but you know what? In your position, you may not be able to.
No, I can't stay there till forever because my personality, who I am, is going to outgrow.
Yeah,
it's going to definitely outgrow that role. I know that.
Like
but it hasn't yet.
It hasn't.
It is.
But you do have an ember. You have a crazy ember, bro. You have a crazy fire. Like that. That's why I knew I had to talk to you, like, because you had a crazy.
She's like, yo. She's like, I'm always preaching, but like, she be messaging me, asking me questions about things that I say. That's why I was like, all right, thank you.
It gives you the opportunity.
Like when she was talking about like how like she said something about the Black Lives Matter thing, and I spoke to her about why people respond a certain way. She was like, oh, I said, I'm not about to argue with you. I'm telling you why the thing is, and then you take the information and you do what you with it.
It's your decision.
So she could joke about it, but
But that's my whole Stop Your Shit
I'm
podcast.
gonna tell you something. But to me, I took it as a compliment, and she demeaned herself, because I know that she speaks to me about it. So I'm like, all right, thank you. That's her saying, oh, he's preaching, but like you not, and your format in life is different. But
not only that,
you asked me about it.
She
listens to it and she reads everything.
And that's gonna come at her in abundance.
She reads everything.
You know, I don't know what you're doing when you do it. You're just being you, but you'd be fucked if you catch an ember.
I got a lot of things to say, and I use social media as my like.
The way in.
It's how I vent. Like I'm thinking about things. Like today, I made a whole long post about because I was in a meeting yesterday about schools reopening.
Okay.
Well, I was listening to like a workshop, and I was like, "This is bullshit, yo! Like, they want us to reopen, and it's like it's crazy. Like, it's bullshit to me." So I'm like,
"What? You don't think that schools should reopen?"
I'm talking about like, so they sent out like a document.
Okay.
About like the guidelines for cleanliness and all. It's 100+ pages. It's more than 150 pages. I believe it's 168 pages exact.
Okay.
That's not counting like the readable pages you gotta read. It's probably actually a 175-page document. It's 168 pages. So I'm like, you got 168 pages, but it doesn't address like a lot of things. Like when you go to a school, like the bathrooms are disgusting, and almost most schools, unless it's like a rich fancy school, they can't even get the bathrooms to be clean, pristine. How can they get a classroom to be clean, pristine? Like a whole school building?
Yeah, because the bathrooms are horrible in schools.
The bathroom. Look, I'm gonna I can't. I was just venting this morning because I was thinking about it. I woke up thinking about it. I was like,
yo, you haven't got no backlash from like your peers or your nothing?
Nah. But I also keep.
What do you think? Nobody's watching? Or
I keep a lot of. The only time I get backlash is if it's like they think I'm trying to like talk to a chick at my job because I have a contract. I have clause in my contract where I can't deal with nobody under me, but there's nobody over me. That's the only time they care.
But that's different. I don't speak on that fact. I speak on the fact of like what you're speaking about. You know, what you talk about, the way you carry yourself.
I'll tell you what I was saying though. I said you can't expect classrooms to be clean, disinfected constantly because it doesn't make sense. Like I talked about how how many times I have to tell a kid wash your hands. kids don't wash their hands. But actually, a lot of
Adults don't wash their
hands. We had to have a whole hand washing movement to stop COVID. That's a movement? Washing your hands? It should be like brushing your teeth and washing your hands.
Yep. Why you should walk around with dirty shit?
Little kids are still picking their nose. I'm touching my nose because I got allergies.
My fingernails are clean.
Still picking their nose.
My fingernails are clean.
And I said, I couldn't even imagine a coworker getting sick and dying. Like the trauma that could cause a kid and your teacher die.
You know the numbers though. Kids haven't died like that though.
Kids haven't. I didn't say kids. Some kids, but not a lot. I said teacher. Teacher. Teachers are adults with their own pre-existing things. There's teachers that be sick, man, and a lot of public schools. There's a lot of older teachers.
Yeah.
They're susceptible to. They're susceptible.
I have a theory. Like you see how when you drive on the road.
I'm keeping my kid home and shit though, so it don't matter.
What I honestly. And not to, I ain't coming at you, but you have a big advantage. You have a big advantage over most, because of your position, what you worked for, and what you decided to do in life.
But if my kid was young, my daughter's going to be in high school, so I can leave her home by herself. So if she was younger, I would not know what I was going to do.
So what advice would you give to a parent, right? That normally either they're working during Corona, didn't work, or aren't working. It doesn't matter, but the fact of the curriculum of what you have to teach to a student, right? What advice would you give to a parent that isn't familiar with what you are familiar with how you do these things? Like, sit there and learn it. If you love your kids, you're gonna learn it. You're gonna do it together. But they gotta deal with bills too. They gotta do with being a parent. You know what school is? School is a daycare along with being. But it's not a daycare. No, school is a daycare along with being educational.
We're not.
It's both.
It's not daycare.
They watch my kids for 8 hours.
We're not babysitters.
No, but you watch them. You watch them.
Of course.
I can go to work because they're there.
Yeah, but we're not. That's the problem. They think it's glorified babysitting. It's not babysitting.
No, but it's a daycare. I can go to work because they're there. You're a daycare. It's not glorified babysitting. Fact of the matter,
that's not true because a lot of people with money, they still send their kid to school.
And you know what? Yeah, a lot of kids still cut school.
They don't need babysitters.
They still cut school. A lot of kids cut school.
People with money send their kid to school. It's not that. There's other things going on in there that you expect to be going on there that you don't know how to do. I would say to people you have to look through like what you think should happen and what you can do to make it happen. So like, if you think your kids need to be home, what can you do to make that happen? And if you can't do it, like, it's not gonna. If school's open, it's not gonna be kids in school every day. It might be like one day here and there. Is that okay with you? Do you think that's okay?
No.
Fine. If that's not okay,
be weird.
But if that's not okay with you, find out something you can do for those.
Pay for it.
1 or 2 days.
Pay for it. Do something with your kids. Do something.
And everybody.
That's where I think. And
it's hard because you gotta. If you feel like your child's gonna pass away, or die, get sick, or not even that, you gotta think about who they're gonna get sick in your family. So if you feel like your family gonna get sick, something happen, you gotta make a decision. And then most people is gonna choose their family. But a lot of people is choosing their job because we don't got no choice because you need your job for your family. Our whole world is flipped upside down crazy.
Do you think that life is recyclable?
No.
Oh, how so not?
Recyclable. Life is recyclable.
We've been dying longer than we've been living. We've been dead longer than we've been alive. Think about that fact. Do you think that life isn't recyclable?
I don't. You know why I don't think life is recyclable? Is because like, even though before human beings could do this, like, if you think about how like you could.
So by the way, you're a really dope engineer.
Life is not recyclable. Even though human beings are,
you gotta glow.
Human beings are like. There's so much things that we can see from life that shows that life is just not recyclable. It's not like just from a picture you tell. Picture of people that you never even met.
You don't think you don't remember that song from Nas? Nothing real under the sun. It's never how you do, but how it's done.
How it's done.
We've all done this before.
That's from No Idea's original.
Yeah, No Idea is original. There's nothing real under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. Yeah, we've done this before. Like all these things we've done. I know when we get innovative, we got technology, it's different. But and when you got the people that are just they're standouts. like us, yo, I'll be honest. Obviously, you're a standout because I don't know you from a hole in the wall. And then to speak in front of my house, and then you tell me you're AP, and I was just like, wow, really? It wasn't the fact that I met you in a bar. It wasn't the fact of anything. It was the fact of your personality and your character. Like, that's great. It's not that I didn't expect
and
it.
I ain't even trying to fit in, so.
No, that's why. It's not that I didn't expect it.
One of my favorite rappers
That's great.
is actually Joe Budden. He said one time,
yo, my favorite rapper,
why try to fit in when you a standout?
Joe Budden, DMX, Styles P.
He said, why try to fit in when you a standout one time? And I was like,
hell yeah, you know, people make fun of me with Budden too. People always make fun of me.
They don't know better.
Nah, you know what it is? That everybody, you know what it is? I don't think people go through it. People don't go through it. Yo,
that shit
there's
is
a
real,
monster in your head there's a monster in your head that people just choose to deal with.
That's real, and he's lyrical, and he can make good music, and he says a lot of real shit. You be like, damn, this is real.
Nah, yo, listen, Budden's one of my favorite rappers. Like, Budden, like I said, Budden, DMX, Styles.
Styles, I love Styles.
Styles, monster. Music resonates with me, and what's weird is I can never like really remember the music from like alternative music, R&B music, like R&B yes, but like alternative no. Rock music.
I love R&B.
R&B yeah, R&B is my shit. I remember cutting school with one of my best friends in 8th grade, and that's when we first got like I went to Cambria Heights. He first got to August Martin, and we were Spanish, so we were outcasted. Yeah. Yo, we were. This nigga would come to my house.
Spanish and August Martin? Jesus.
Yo,
that's hard.
And his girlfriend broke up with him.
That
nigga, every day we was cutting school, going to my house. Every day cutting school, going to my house, smoking a blunt, just chilling. And you know what we used to listen to? Yo, Christian, I love you. I'm sorry, no disrespect. Yo, we used to listen to Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men, the whole first and second album, just sitting there, learning how to roll blunts, breaking down Phillies, and re-rolling tobacco in them. Because we wanted to smoke.
They have a lot of good music.
Yo, but during my year, yo, this shit killed it for us. Like, me and that nigga switched women. Yo, this is a really good fight. They went 4 rounds right now. I'm surprised. And the way I'm watching it,
it's gonna go to 5.
Nah, but Whitaker is looking more aggressive. I don't know what Till's doing.
I don't know if he's gonna win though.
I don't know what Till's doing yet. I don't know. I don't know if Till has done anything just yet. And I don't want to play the volume because YouTube would kick me off.
Nah, don't play the volume.
Yeah, YouTube would kick me off, yo.
I actually like to fight or watch fights with no volume.
You're a genius.
Because announcers, they always are biased, and it creates bias for you.
Yo,
so I don't want. I like when I'm out and I'm.
Do you know what you're looking at, right? You know what you're looking at.
Volume, I love
Have you looked at UFC in a while? In general,
I mean, I watch it when it comes on.
All right, so I want you to look at something. There's no crowd.
Well, I know that.
These men are fighting with their coaches yelling at them, and not only that, their announcers.
I love that you can hear the coach.
The announcers are saying, he should check that body shot. That announcer is saying, he's not trying. Yo, they're hearing that. They're hearing all of these things while they're trying to fight and beat this man up. You know what these warriors are going through? This is fucking phenomenal. Like, I've never witnessed nothing like this. I'm so happy to be this is Sparta. This is the Colosseum with the Romans, bro. Like, this is the Colosseum with the Romans. This is the Colosseum without spears and fucking shields. This is the Colosseum with the
death.
Yo,
take away death.
And death, yeah. What he did? He went. Yo, you're awesome.
I used to watch the show. This is one of my favorite shows.
Every Saturday, you're more than invited. UFC fights every Saturday if you want to go without cameras, just chill.
I could do one when I'm free.
Yeah, even if like. I got kids.
Free.
You see, I got kids. Like you can bring your kid and chill. Like
my daughter, my teenage daughter be like, I ain't win. No, I'm staying home.
I got an 18-year-old. Boy, that goes sleeps out, works in fucking Five Guys, busts her ass, going back to college in Buffalo. I got an 18-year-old nigga. She made it the declaration for herself. And that's why I give it up to AJ all day. Like she made the declaration. Like I know what I went through in life. She's Lisa's first kid. Think about that. You know, if you really think about that, and she's 18, Lisa had a young, like, she's her best friend. You're not only the first kid, 18. She's her twin. They're twins. But AJ,
I'm not even ready for 18 yet.
What are you talking about, nigga? You are ready.
My daughter's 14.
You want one? I got one in the house. I got a gun.
I'm good.
You want one?
I'm good.
I'm
I'm good.
Just call me then. I handle it for you. You ain't gotta do it. They call me on payphone.
My daughter thinks she know everything too. She get that from both her parents though.
You know what I'm dealing with? Yo, your daughter's no bullshit. Your daughter's 14, know everything. I got an 18-year-old that, yo, up until 3 weeks ago, you know what I did? I hung my hat up. I told her mom, yo, I hang my hat up. She goes, what? I said, yo, I'm not gonna tell her nothing no more. She goes, why? I said, because she knows everything. Like, she knows what to do. She knows how to live life. She knows, and she goes, you can't be like that to her. And I said, no, I'm gonna be like that to her, but in a nice way. Yo, we could smoke, we could chill. Yo, you're great. You're awesome. You're a great individual. But you know everything? Go ahead.
I can't wait till my daughter's old enough for me to have a drink with her. I never had a drink with like my father, so I can't wait for that.
You never had a drink with Pops?
I wasn't drinking when I was younger, and then my father passed away when I was young, so I wasn't drinking.
Yo, I give it up to you.
But like, if I could, when I drink with my daughter, it's gonna be like a nice feeling. Like, oh man, have a drink.
How do you, man? I feel.
And my father wasn't a drinker. I found out later that he was a smoker though.
I feel granted. I feel privileged. I feel, you know, I have friends that have their mom and their dad. They have their mom and their dad. I have friends, right? And then I have friends that, like...
Lucky for them, man.
That's why. You see that? I have friends like that. And then, like, I don't have my mom and my dad together, but I have them alive. Yeah. And whenever, like, when I get you're not the first person to tell me things like that. And when I think about, I can't. It makes me so sad. Like, it really makes me so sad to ever try to think about, even if I'm not like completely close with them, even if I don't speak to them all day, yo, that shit makes me so sad to ever think about them not being here. And I think
I have a homegirl that I grew up with whose dad died like 2 months ago from COVID, and I text her all the time like, yo, you alright? Because like I know what it feels like, and I know like I'm just making sure, yo, you good? She's like, yeah, I'm alright. Good days, bad days. I'm like, alright, well, I can't help you, but let me know if you need anything. I can't really help you because I know what it feels like. It's like when you lose a parent.
5th round, yeah. Son, I think, like, I'll be honest, like, if you look at my knuckles, when we go, like, if you can look at them. But my knuckles are all fucked up, and it's because once a week, I go through a lot of, I go through an issue where I don't want to hurt nobody as a person. I never want to do that to somebody. I don't want to kill somebody. I don't want to hurt nobody. So I beat up like things that won't hit me back. Yo, I beat up walls, bricks. I beat up anything. I don't care. Yeah, I'll bleed.
Well, you gotta find another healthy outlet.
Oh no, absolutely. No. This is the healthy outlet. When this comes back, I think I'm gonna go fight. Yo, I think I'm gonna go fight. Like I've been hit with a brick in my face. I've been hit with hands. I've been beat down. I kind of think that this is my... look at them. This is our 5th round. This is our 5th round. Middleweight, last... Come on, this is the champion versus number 6. For them to go 6, this is amazing. You know what this is? This is hard. This is will. They're not even breathing hard. He is. But they're not even breathing hard. Yo, Robert's picking his shots. Like, and you know what? If Till don't knock him out, I think they're going to give it to Robert.
I think they are too.
If Till don't knock him out, look his back. Look at his back. He's all red.
He was dominating in the first round, but then after that, it was like regular. And then in order to beat the champ, you gotta beat them.
Hey, you gotta beat the champ. What you think about Tyson fighting Roy Jones?
I think they shouldn't do it, and I think.
Did you see?
I think it's disrespectful to both of their legacies. Roy Jones Jr. happens to be my favorite boxer ever.
Did you see?
But people keep saying that Tyson's gonna knock his ass out.
George Foreman. Did you see George Foreman say his opinion on this? I didn't. All right. So George Foreman said that what you just said. Like, he said, "Yo, them fighting is gonna be really bad because, when you fight, when you're young, you can just keep fighting. As you get older, you shake it off." Tony Ferguson just showed that against Gilbert Burns in UFC. Tony Ferguson, he hasn't been beaten. He has like 13 fights straight. He was supposed to fight for the belt but couldn't, so he fight the number 1 contender. He lost because I saw what I saw. Yo, his age. I saw his age. I saw his fatigue. I saw the fact that he wasn't on it. Like you see it. So what Foreman pointed out is that when you get hit, because when Ferguson was getting hit, yo, you know what he kept doing in the 4th and 5th round? He was getting hit hard. Yo, he just kept shrugging it off and kept fighting.
But that's...
Yo, if you never hit the floor, if you never get knocked out, that no referee is going to stop it. If you never get knocked out, never hit the floor, no referee is going to stop it.
When you 50-something years old, you don't need that.
No, he
man.
wasn't 50. Yo, he's 30-something years old. It was the fact that...
with Tyson and what Roy.
Oh, yo, but that's what Foreman pointed out. Foreman pointed out that at old age, yo, when you get hit, yo, these men are just going to shake it off, but it's going to hurt them later.
Yeah,
that's what Foreman said.
They're going to be shaking like Ali.
I ain't going to lie, though. It's a moth. I don't care about a moth. Not a mosquito.
Actually,
Good man.
I just killed it.
Good man. Fucking G. I'll tell you, yo. Checked out, nigga.
But... And people keep saying Tyson is gonna kill him. I actually think that's not what's gonna happen. Because Roy Jones kept fighting.
If Tyson don't get him out in the first 2-3 rounds, it's done.
And then he's gonna make Tyson look stupid.
He's meat.
Because Roy Jones was fighting. He up until 2018. But he was still boxing.
You know what we're saying, right? You know, yo, you're right. You know what he is? He's 5-1. You're right. I studied fucking fighting all day. Yo, but you know the problem is. You don't think that Tyson is preparing? You don't think that Tyson took the toad? You don't think that
Tyson is preparing? He's getting in shape.
You don't think they're putting? He's bleeding. He's bleeding out his head. Look,
with 40 seconds left. Wow.
He got hit in the nuts. That's why. He got hit in the nuts. 40 seconds. Oh, get a takedown before the end of the round. Good boy. That's how you win the round. That's how you win the round. You got to take down. You got to take down. That takedown means a lot. Look, that takedown means a lot. That means how you win round 5. Look, throw him around again. Pick him up.
Right.
Pick him up.
Till it's tired.
Pick him up. Yo, hit him. Left hand.
Till it's tired.
Left hand.
Till it's tired.
Let that hand go. Let that hand go. Yeah, so is he though. That's why he's putting weight.
But Taylor's not used to having somebody who weighs that much on him, leaning on him, pushing him, grabbing him.
Yep.
That's why. If it was a guy 170 pounds, he probably could have flipped him.
You know, it looks really bad on Whitaker because you didn't finish him. You didn't show that you won the fight dominantly, and you were the #1 contender. Just lost your belt. So it looks bad on you. If somebody comes up now and dominates. Like right now, the next fight is the champion versus Acosta. Acosta beat Romero. Acosta. He looks so much bigger than the champion. Like he's a monster. The problem is that Whitaker. Unfortunately, you didn't do what it looked to be a champion right now. They're gonna give him the fight, but he didn't do what it had to be the champion right now at all. Facts.
I'm gonna take a picture of the mic.
Take that. Yo, I was trying to. You know, I was looking at my phone. I can't get on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I never go on live.
What? Won't give it to me at all. All right, let's see where it goes. Left or right?
I think the left, but it can go any way. To be honest with you.
Yeah, let's go. There's something about fighters, yo. When I think about how fighters have to be, that's all the obstacle of life right in front of you. Like life is right in front of you. You have to deal with it right in front of you. There's no dipping and dodging. You can't make lies. You can't go ahead and make an excuse You can't do anything but just deal with it. When somebody's in front of you, when this is right in front of you, you can't go ahead and have a moment to think.
It's crazy because he looked, the first round, he looked bad. He looked bad a little bit. It was close though. I think.
I ain't gonna lie, he hit Till, but Till was 6. Think about 6 coming after 1 and 1 beating him.
Yeah.
You know what that means? It was supposed to happen.
You was supposed to happen, but it didn't look like it. It looked like it barely happened.
Nah, it did though. That's the problem. He just barely got it out.
He's happy though, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom again. Hold up, pause that. Except you go to the bathroom again.
Nah, that.
Whiskey.
You know what? We got 1 hour and 50 minutes. You want to just chill?
Because it doesn't matter to me.
You want to put the camera back on?
It doesn't matter to me. I'll talk.
I get mad at myself, G. I get mad at myself the fact that I see my mom, my grandma, or I see my father. I say I know it's a fantasy world to think that you could put all of them in one household. You know, multiple.
I would even want them in one household. My family.
I know
crazy.
it's a fantasy world. I know it's a fantasy world, but it's more the fact that I don't want them to have to pay for anything. It's not to put them in one household. I don't.
They
want
all living comfortably.
I really have I really like my threshold in life is not for me. I don't feel like I'm living for Gil. Like I ain't living for Gil, G. Like I'm not doing this for me. Like I'm not like there was no. I was always chasing the flag. I was always behind the pole. I was too short. I wasn't fly. Anything in the world that you can think of as insecurity, it was there. Even when you have people telling you and rubbing you on your shoulders, yo, you're good. Yo, you're fine. You good. You'll never get that from them. So now when I see myself in a position where I can get it, yo, give me 5 years on focusing on a credit score. Give me 3 years on focusing on stacking money. You know, when you see yourself in a position now, you feel belittled the fact that you can't just immediately give it to the people you want to give it to. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I can't. It's an invisible world.
This is what it is.
I don't care who they are when they get it though.
My boy's doing good. I'm happy for him. I grew up with him. He had he had a dream. He had an image of himself. And he's doing good. I'm happy for him. He lives across the street from the Staples Center, too. Like, directly across the street from...
New Jersey? Staples?
No, the Staples Center. That's the Lakers Stadium.
Oh.
And a fancy co-op. When I go to L.A., we go courtside. They pull out seats. When you courtside, they pull out seats. They make seats for you. Because those seats are all fold-up chairs. They pull out seats for you. Just walk in. I'm like,
isn't that weird?
Whoa.
$7,000 for a ticket, but I got fold chairs? That shit should be a lazy boy, bitch.
Not when you in a... It should be, but they have that...
Yeah, it should be a lazy boy.
There's places they have that, they say, but not... They can't do it on courtside, because it's...
What? So it's just...
First of all, you need to be able to dodge.
The value is being close to a fucking person that
It's not comfortable. It's not comfortability. It's the experience of being on the court with people that are the best at some of the top of what they do in the world. It's not about being comfortable. But if you needed that kind of chair, they can get it for you if you had that kind of bread. Trust me, because there's people that they be in different chairs. You'd be like, what the fuck?
No, I know they do.
This chair's different.
I know that people would be in different chairs. Like even this. You know how much these seats cost? Yo, look up a UFC fight.
I never even been to one.
$10,000 for the front. $10,000 for the front, G.
Yeah?
$10,000 for the front, G. $10,000 for the front, G. You want a UFC fight? $10,000 for the front, G. That shit's no joke. You want to see these fights? Like, I want to go to a fight, but they're so expensive, and you can't go to them now, especially with
especially with COVID.
Yo, this COVID shit is bullshit.
And even when
this shit got me so upset. Like, honestly, like, I'm a rapper. Boom, I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. I got to experience, and it's very unfortunate that rappers that are newer coming out, they got dope skills or anything, that they have to be like social media rappers. They can't be around people. Yo, you can rap all day you want in front of a camera. If you can't do it in front of a crowd, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
if you can't do it in front of a crowd and move that crowd and have a conversation with them and make your shit present, your presence known, you ain't shit. Right now, we're in a pandemic.
Gotta be MC, master of ceremonies.
You are a style speedhead.
MC.
I know you're a style speedhead for that. If you can't do it, I got to experience that. Now we're in a position where, I look at, and no disrespect, for all you people that have done like pay-per-views and done like live shows and performing, it's great. But you do it in your house, and it's not the same, because when you're in front of all of us on the stage,
the energy is different too, man.
Son, when you're in front of us you know how many times I perform my G and nobody rocks to my shit?
That's gotta be hard.
No, it's not.
If you believe in your shit, you keep going though.
It's not even believing it. Why should it be hard? But nobody get to experience that. Nobody get to know that again. Right now, it's gonna be a very long time. Like, Chappelle hit the nail on the head. He has a friend that he's doing comedy shows outside because it's in a chapel. His friend made a chapel outside that he got married in, and Chappelle's doing outside shows. Chappelle's killing it because he can keep his craft on hand and mold it. We can't do that. We can't sit there on a stage and get to indulge in the fact of how we can get better. How we can get better, how we can influence. We have no push no more. We're naked. We're sitting out there with butt naked with no clothes on.
But right now it's like that with almost everything that has gone from in person to digital. You can't even you're not really getting better. You're getting better at being digital, but you're not really getting better in front of people. Same thing with my job. If you can get better at being a digital teacher, but like that's not the same as getting better when there's 25, 26, 27, 28 kids in front of you. It's not the same.
More than that.
And yeah, sometimes more than that. So it's not the same. It's not like some people like. Sometimes you go to a conference and you got to speak. It's not the same as you go on Zoom and you speak in front of a whole bunch of teachers. As when like you speak in front of a whole bunch of teachers. Like even like when you go to a conference, sometimes they take questions. So like I always ask questions. On one time, I asked a question at a conference. I was like, I got a question. And then the people that was doing it, I was in the crowd, they said, oh, yes, Jason, what do you want? Because they knew they heard my voice from I was in close. And they knew it was me. And I was like, what exit can we go out of? what we want?
They knew it was me.
Because y'all got, I said, and then everybody looked at me. Oh, Jason, I'm like, hi everybody, I'm Jason. What exit can we go out of? Because y'all got these arrows is not making no sense. And I was like, oh, we forgot that. You supposed to go to X, blah, blah, blah. And then when we came back upstairs, they were like, are you the person that asked that question? And I was like,
what are you talking about?
Yes, that was me that asked the question.
I'm why not are they so unfamiliar with it? Like,
but then they were like, how do they know you? I was like, because because they know me. I'm known. I want to say, because I'm a black man in education. That's how they recognize me.
That's how you feel, though?
Sometimes it is that.
Yeah, why?
I go to these conferences and there's no black men there. You know what's there? I'm gonna tell you what's there.
You give it a power, though.
Women. You know what kind of women it is? It's white women. Whole bunch of white women sitting in the room with a couple of mixed. Everything is sprinkled in there, but it's mostly white women. I'd be like, whoa, this is ridiculous. It's funny. That's why I always stand out. But I always talk too, so like.
But being intellectual with your conversation gives you a dominant perspective over anything, because you visualize it before it happens.
But in that room, all those women,
they can't take it. You make them hot. You make them hot, G. You make them hot in the moment. You're carrying a conversation in which they have to chase a race for.
When you go to one of these,
they have to chase it. G.
When I go to a conference,
they're sitting there like this.
When I go to a conference and I'm just there, I'm just sitting there, and I talk to people that's on the side of me. We be talking about, oh, what's your opinion? When I give my perspective, they be like, oh yeah, can I get your email? I'll be like, I be like, I give them my work email. I'll give them a card because I got a card. They
so
be like,
you know,
no, I don't want. They be like, I don't want your card. I want your real email.
Women and
I be
men
like, just take my number.
should have emails with dick pics and female and pussy pics.
Well, I'm not doing that. You all over the internet.
No, just here.
No.
But you really see the fact that people give that, like people look for more.
I mean, this shit is obvious to me. Like, they be like, I'd be like, here's my email. They're like, no, not your school email. I'd be like, just take my number. Just take my number.
Okay.
All right, maybe we can get along and discuss blah 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 blah. Listen, blah 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 blah. All right.
That's the sound they make.
I be sitting there like, all right. That's what it sounds like to me. Blah 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 blah. Maybe we could discuss, special education program thing. I be like, it's blah 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 because they don't even really want to do that.
Do you think?
Sometimes they do, but it's not that often.
You think this is a solution to everybody being bugged out of character? You think it's a solution?
Nah.
Let it rock. Let the tide sway.
It's not a solution. Nobody knows what's about to happen right now.
Yo, I feel the same way. Like
unpredictability.
I kind of feel like a fucking meteor might just come.
Unpredictability.
Like, yeah, I kind of feel like a meteor might just come.
Anybody.
Like I feel like a meteor might just come. Like I feel like, yo, what's next? Like what's next? Why are people bugging the fuck out?
I don't think unpredictability is ever a solution to anything. So like, nobody knows.
So do you have a solution?
One of the biggest things about being human right now is like having an answer or knowing or having an answer.
One of the biggest things about being human right now.
Right now, like because humans have been on this planet for a long time. So like right now in this age of man is like at some point the biggest thing was fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now the age of man is like answers to a question, especially in the age of information.
That's the biggest thing in the world. Answer to a question.
Yeah. Can we answer this? But this is like legit. Like right now, you can look up anything from your phone. Google, Siri.
Yep. Do it all the time.
There's no answer for this. And we're in the age of information, and all the information we're getting is bullshit. Up and down here, there, everywhere. Mask, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, whatever. Who cares? We don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
Nobody knows, and that's why it's like everything is so unpredictable and so crazy. Like, besides the president, whatever, who cares? I don't care about him. Everything is just like.
You think he goes another 4?
Yes.
Yo, you do got a fucked up mind.
Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
So I don't support a lot of I think
it's not about that. I wasn't asking about the political shit.
No,
it was a simple question.
I think a lot of things about presidency is bullshit. Who cares? Whatever. I care more about local government than I do about the presidency. Yep. But in our life, in my life, everybody repeated. Once they got in, Bush repeated. He was a moron. And it was clear he wasn't even being the president.
Dick Cheney was.
Cheney was the president. And he still got reelected. Even though Al Gore rescinded. Even though he actually, if he would have stayed in it, he actually won, but he didn't stay in it. There's a bigger plan that I don't know what's going on, but nobody in my life has not repeated.
No, it's the same shit all the time. Time in, time out.
And honestly, and if he doesn't repeat, all these Trump supporters that is always like they trying to get him out. They blah 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 blah. Like, oh God, I might be like, yeah, I might.
Do you vote?
Me, I always vote. But I don't always vote. There's other things on the ballot. I don't always vote for the president.
No. It's just the fact that
I go to everything, the primary things, the local things. Huh?
You spit your presence. You vote. That's it.
I always vote.
It don't matter where you go. I don't care.
Every time there's voting, I vote.
That's the biggest deal.
I look it up. I research. I like to see what people voted on. I got a homegirl that works in like city government. She has like she knows who like people who took donations from certain people, and then what things they voted for. So I look at her spreadsheet. She keeps track of it, like their donations, and then like how what they voted for goes to their donations. I look at that because I gotta know, like I gotta know what the hell's going on. Your local government is very important. It's more important.
Do you have?
It's very important.
Do you yourself have a PR background to sustain? Like, what if people started looking at you as a political person? A lot of teachers come from, like, come on, a lot of people that are in political positions can have, like...
I would say let them do it. Like, my life is not sugar-coated. I'm not cookie cut.
That's why you're better for it.
I'm not cookie cut, but,
you got trimmed edges.
Let them do it. Let them.
You got trimmed edges.
Let them do it. Whatever they ask me, I would speak about. Like, I could never see somebody. I mean, this is being egotistical right here, though. A reporter like stumping me and asking me something about my life.
I love that.
About my life that I can't answer.
You have a good way of smoothing off your honesty.
Like,
this is me being egotistical.
Like
that.
You're gonna ask me about my life, and there's no way that I can answer you in a way that is gonna be beneficial to me. I just don't see it. I mean, reporters they do this for a living, but I just don't see it. You're gonna out-savvy me. You're gonna out-savvy me on my own life. Whatever could hurt me, I would already put it out there. Like that fucking Eminem verse in 8 Mile. He just said all the shit about himself.
But that's why you're different. But that's why you're different though, because
he said all
most people would ever make something up themselves nowadays. They don't put it out there. Yo, you know the
I'll wear my heart on my sleeve.
The positions of power, you wear your heart on your sleeves, only being one of one, because the positions of power, they have responsibilities where they have to look back on themselves on, and they think that they have to carry titles. You
can carry a title, still be yourself.
What more honesty I gotta build off of? What more honesty I gotta build off of rather than being myself?
But maybe you can't. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in that position. So if I was, then I am into politics. So my uncle is the Attorney General of Westchester, Assistant Attorney General of Westchester.
African American?
So, yeah, he's always trying to like get me into politics and shit. I'm like, I don't want to be in politics.
Yo, you think about that though. Think about Westchester.
He's always trying to.
African
Yeah.
Think about that.
He's always like, get into politics. Yeah, I'm like.
Cause your mind.
He said, what do you care about? I was like, I care about education. I care about politics. Cause I talked to him about it. He was like, you should just get into politics. I was like, I said maybe down the line, not now. I'm not trying to be AOC at Alexandria, the young person. I don't want to be that. I would rather be an older person.
I get it, but yeah.
She had a really good speech the other day, though. I'm not a fan of her, but she had a really good speech the other day.
As far as what she talked about?
Oh, you didn't see it? It's all over social media. She spoke for 10 minutes about basically about how this politician that disrespect her in public and disrespect her on camera, and she spoke about how that's inappropriate and why they should never do it, and then how that relates to her family, her upbringing, and how women are treated all over the world, and it relates to all of our lives. And she made up one really good point that stuck with me. I'm not a fan of her. She a big fan of her. She said she did that because her not speaking up empowers other men to treat women poorly. Because he called her a fucking bitch. He said, you a fucking bitch. And she's like, you in Congress. How you calling me a bitch? You're a congressman. I'm a congresswoman. And she spoke up about it. And then he disrespects her all the time. He be telling her, be quiet. Be quiet. He said to her, you just a bartender one time. He said that on camera, record it. So she spoke about it. And to me, when she said that,
and this is who on who?
She said that at a congressional thing.
Names?
I forget the other guy's name. I can't think about it right now because I've been drinking.
What's her name?
Alexandria, AOC, Alexandria, whatever, Cortez, AOC. You just type up AOC speech, it'll come up because it's trending all over the internet. And she said something when she said I'm speaking up about this because I don't want other men to think they could disrespect other. When they see disrespect me, other men get empowered to think they could do that to women. To me, she from the Bronx. That's a very people they're not looking at it this way, That's like something that comes from the hood.
Yeah.
When you do something to a woman, I'm telling you to chill because in the hood we take care of our woman, and I don't want nobody in the hood thinking that they can talk to women like that. And she said she got that from her father, and she came on in front of Congress, and like that's not a mentality that exists all over the place in America.
Chivalry is
That's
dead.
something that exists in the hood.
Yeah, chivalry is dead.
Men is not talking to women disrespectfully, especially not in front of other people. And if they are, you should check them because it's not okay.
No.
And that's like a hood thing. And she had a great speech about that. You should watch
You got a
it.
14-year-old daughter
It's
too.
9, and she it was like 9 minutes long. And I was like, yo, this was good. And I'm not a fan of her. I watched it. I watched it on my phone, and then I beamed it to my TV, and I rewatched it again.
Some people can make points.
I said that was.
No,
I was like, I gotta give her that credit.
Your father.
You came in front of Congress.
You know what that meant to you.
She stated like, but one of the things she said is about that guy. She said, "You're a husband and you're a father, and you spoke to me with disrespect." She was like, being a husband and being a father doesn't make you a good person.
No,
it's how you treat people.
Yeah.
And then she said that like, but that's like a hood thing. That's to me, it's definitely not a thing. It's definitely not a white American thing.
Chivalry is another word for the fact of how you treat people in general.
It's definitely not a white
like
American
even
thing.
hood. Like even hood is.
That's a hood thing.
Yo, but
that comes from the hood.
We should treat people in general like that, man. Like, come on, like it's not that.
That's a hood love thing that she expressed in a very articulate way.
It's easier for us, though.
And I was like, damn,
it's easier for us. It's easier for us to accept and love.
We're
Like,
more connected to each other.
How many of our friends are like ratchet or bugged out or fucked up, and we accept them? Like, it's there. It's easier for us.
But
like,
she said a lot. You should watch it. You'd be like, that was good.
No, I will.
You'd be like, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Let's leave him on that. Yo, it's your boy OK. Everything is okay. I had the great Dubb in the building. Yo, can I have you for more pods?
Yeah, we figure it out. I'm down for it.
Like
none but a good energy here.
I didn't even really get into the fact of even why. Like, I think everybody could probably get it from our pod, the why. Like when I at you and they see your shit and they see what you talk about, they can get the why. But you yourself, you know, and don't even like blatant it here, but you yourself, the why of wanting to speak to people, it's like I question myself, like why the fuck do I even why even do this? Shut up, cameras, talk. Why even do this? You know. When they hear you speak, though, you can understand it. You can understand the why.
I got things to say.
Yo, it's an influence. You push somebody's mind in a different direction for even a quick second. It only took 30 seconds. It only took 30 seconds to hear something of what you said to be. And then somebody just say like.
The way I think about life is like the same way because I'm a teacher, so like.
You
sometimes
AP, bro.
one thing.
You're not a teacher.
But
you're
in my heart, I'm a teacher.
You're the influence of life for the next.
Like somebody could say something to you, and they could stick with you and change how you see a lot of things. And if I could do that one time for maybe 10 people, then I'm happy.
I did my job.
Because they do for 10 other people.
Michael Jackson,
you know,
that song "Man in the Mirror" always resonates with me because
I don't think he wrote that. I think R. Kelly wrote that.
It doesn't matter if he wrote it or not. You know, it's weird because R. Kelly can't read, right? It's fucking weird.
But he can't read, but he wrote so much music.
Oh, but you don't have to read or write to write music. You can just say you can play that beat for a week,
that man,
and I can go ahead and sing it, and then somebody else right there can write it. How it happened don't matter. The fact that when I hear "Man in the Mirror" and when Mike says like to change anything you gotta change yourself. When you hear that, when you feel that, it's like it hits me so hard because it's the truth.
The whole song was playing in my head.
Like you're not gonna tap nobody on the shoulders or make them think about a certain thing a certain way or anything in the world unless you yourself is that influence, is that affluence for everything else to resonate towards it. Whether or not they attach to it is their decision, but you can always stand firm in your feet to say, this is who I am. Look what I did and look what it is. Look what it is. Let's talk. You need some help? Let's talk. But this is what it is for me. You know, there's a different type of texture. You're an AP. You hold a different type of standard, a different type of texture. Even what you spoke about the cast that you have to hold. You got a cast of people. You got a mob of people, nigga. You got a gang, bro. And that gang are the influencers for the rest of the little people in life that are to come up next and take your job. So you know that you have to make sure that gang is great. What you spoke about, you have to think on a higher level than just this is just my job. Like this is not just my job. This is not just who I am.
It's a part of like my being.
It's more than who you are. This is your
being.
definition. Your definition as a person and your purpose gives affluence to this. Like, yo, you're touching so many lives of so many people to remember. I still remember Miss Mashar, my fucking junior high school teacher. I still remember.
Wait, what junior high school you went to?
185.
Yo,
Bleecker.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna tell you something right now. My daughter went to Bleecker just now.
Yeah, I'm Bleecker,
you know who's the principal at Bleecker?
Miss Mashar. I know.
She's great.
She was my AP.
Yo,
she was my AP.
She's great.
She was my AP.
She's great.
She's a monster.
She's great. I would speak to her. She's great. When the kids would be in the park, she would come to the park and talk to them and be like, yo, y'all are doing too much. Y'all need to get. She's great.
Like,
she's a great principal.
Bleecker.
Miss Mashar's great.
Like, I don't know
great.
how your high school was, but my high school, we got into fights all day.
Miss Mashar's great.
It was just gang.
She's the principal now. She's
awesome.
That was my daughter, and my daughter liked her.
But that's my
She
point.
was great. I would speak to her.
That's
she
my
knew
point
me.
of
She
what
like,
you
how you
guys do.
doing?
Look what you do. Like, this is what
she was
you
great.
do, though.
She's actually very good at her job.
Look at what she
especially for the dynamic of her school.
Name from my age.
Miss Mashar is
That's
good.
my point of what they do.
If you ever see this, Miss Mashar,
look what you're gonna do.
I'm like Lonnie Washington's dad again.
That's what you're gonna do, though, Jay. Yo, Jay, that's who
Miss Mashar
you're gonna
was
be,
good.
though.
She's
you're
good.
gonna be that person.
She's
though.
good. She's
like,
good.
You know, one day you're gonna have over these. Like, you know that, right? You know how you have that now.
I know.
You have that now. Like, you run a staff. Nigga, you run an NBA team. Like, yo, and like, you kidding me? And the thousands of views are the parents. The thousands of views are the parents to watch you. Are you kidding me? And they're all bad fans.
And I get
they throw popcorn.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are bad fans. But sometimes they love you.
But that's my point. Fans, parents, same thing. You're a fuck. Yeah, it was a great fight.
Wow, that big dude got knocked out by that little. He didn't even hit him that hard. Wow, he grazed him.
That's all it takes, though.
Oh shit, my eye.
Nah, that's all it takes.
It's over.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
He already gave up.
Nah, because he gave up. He gave up.
He already gave up.
And that's the fucking bullshit with life.
He already gave up.
Boy.
He said, I can't see, I'm done.
This was good too. Look. We got to see that. Look, we got to see the last round of this. This was good. That old man beat the shit out of the young boy. Look. Beat the shit out of the young boy. I'ma trip you.
He's Brazilian, I knew it.
Yeah, of course. Come on. Look. He put it on the old man. But look what happened. He couldn't survive the 3 rounds.
Oh!
Graze. Look at the graze. What are you swinging at? Look, he didn't want to fight no more.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want to fight no more. They got mad at that referee tonight because they say that referee should have stopped it. He didn't want to. Yeah, because once he hit the floor, he said. And the referee didn't stop it because he kept his hands up, and as a referee, yo, dead ass.
Your hand is up.
No, but I get it. Like, I get it. You get paid. Yo, you. This is a fight, man. Yo, we got gloves on. We're professionals, but this is a fight, man. Yo, if this was Sparta, it's to the death, right? So those referees got a job. You got to make it a show. When nigga got an ass whip, you can stop it, but if he's
always the ref.
Yo, look at this. This is what they're complaining about. Look, they're complaining about right now. Unnecessary. See, they're complaining about. They're upset about that right now, and they shouldn't be, man. It's a fight. It's a fight. You're not even bleeding. You're not bleeding. You don't gotta. You got up. You didn't bug out. You didn't lose your mind. You got up. You're all right. You need to chill.
Right. He's gonna be all right.
See that man in the middle? That man in the middle he's a fighter too, but he's fought less than the guy in the middle. The guy in the middle is Paul Felder. Paul Felder, he just fought like 6 months ago. And he's been seeing fights as a commentator when, you should quit. I've been into fights before, and like, my friend has told me straight up, stop. He's fucking you up. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And I didn't listen to him. And I've gotten stopped.
I've been in a fight with somebody and I told him, stop. I'm gonna hurt you, stop. And they don't stop. I'd be like,
you heard him?
I mean, I'm not gonna let them hurt me.
See him, that he's called the Irish Dragon. Monster. He don't, same thing. He got mad because he thought the fight, look, he's mad right now. Look, job to protect the fighter. I don't care if this is 1 second. He's mad because he thought the fight, nah, you shouldn't, man. That man ain't bleeding.
Oh, he said, look at that fight. Yeah, look at his hand.
He's mad. He's mad. He's a fighter. If I got my hands up and I'm saying, don't hit me, stop the fight. That's what he's saying. Look, this is what he's saying. Look.
Oh, yeah, his head hit the canvas, too.
Look. Stop. Wait. He's saying wait. And the referee didn't stop it. So he said,
yeah, he got 4 punches in, yeah.
And look, he looked at him. He looked at him mad. Warriors understand. But referee don't. Referee,
he didn't even want to hit him, too, but then he started hitting him.
Referee isn't a warrior, yo. Referee isn't a warrior. Referee is a judge. Referee is judging what's going on right in front of him. And if a person is looking like they got their eyes open, willing to fight, I'm going to keep going with it. I'm not mad at Herb Dean. I'm not mad at them neither. They all got points. But you have to understand everybody's side. Don't get mad at nobody. It happens. If you're a fighter, you have to be, it's just like being a gang member. It's just like running the streets. It's just like being selling drugs. You got to deal with the bad and the good. It's just like being a good person. Bad things will happen to you. You get robbed on the train. Like, bad things happen to you. This shit happens. They shouldn't be that upset at the fact that it happened. It did happen. Wow, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. He tapped him out, I think, though. Look. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
Look, he put his hands on him, though. Oh, good knee to the face.
Knee.
Oh, dropped him. Oh, look. See? That's a referee. You see what he did? I'm done.
He's on his back. Done.
I'm done. I'm done.
Punch, knee.
That was a 2-piece.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see the 2-piece. Good shit. Come on, we taking a ride? Let's listen to some music. I got a mixtape in the car for you. With it?
Let's take this shot.
Let's take this shot. Yo, Jay, you're awesome. Dead ass.
Try my best.
Dead ass. Nah, you do your best. You being a teacher, you don't understand the standard that, for me, that you set for the rest of the world, because even though my sister passed away at 18, my sister had a scholarship to California. My sister was lead singer. My sister played guitar. My sister played piano. And I made music, and I know I was an influence in her life, but the fact that she did it was the fact that she had great teachers. So, and I told you my situation outside before.
Yeah.
I appreciate teachers so much, and you guys are the leaders of the world. It's different when a person has a job and somebody comes in new, and I don't want to teach them my job for job security. Why would I teach them? They might be better than me. Nah, you guys are making the better ones of the world. You guys are.
That's the way I see it.
You guys are shaping the world. You got, as teachers, you're a monster, you're an animal, and it's great to know that you have that street intellect, because I could carry a conversation with you without any bias, and you could understand.
Yeah.
That's why I would ask. We can get into a part 3, and part 4. Because we haven't even gotten to, with your pops, your sis, even all that. I resonate with all that shit. When you were speaking it, I wasn't going to cut you off, and we weren't going to get into it, because that's a different type of time.
And I wasn't going to, because I'm like, this is long, so I'm not going to get into it.
But long don't matter. It's a different type of time, though, because saying those things really, for me, I couldn't imagine a picture without him. And having a picture without her, bugs me the fuck out. So it's seeing you as I may not know you internally, but you seem a little bit complete. You seem 90% complete. 95. Maybe 96. You seem
I might be less.
No, but you seem your resignation, what you give off, how I met you, just everything, and even how you're willing to build forward and go past, like, what you carry now. And I didn't know what your job title was before you got in front of my house. Like, all those things, and even your conversation, I think you're like for me, you resonate as 96%. So it's a compliment for me. It's an honor for me to have you in my presence, because a lot of people will see this and be like, shit, I ain't that fucked up in the head. I'm okay too. That's what we make people feel like, that they're not fucked up in the head. They're okay. We're okay to be one way and be another two. We opened up this conversation with just you, 2.5. You left BM and you had this whole different relation, and daughter had to see all these. Like, we opened up this conversation with so much realism, and then you get into the fact of what your entitlement is. You definitely can have a standard where people can go ahead and be motivated to set it towards for themselves. And I think that's the bigger deal. That's why I do it for myself. Like, set a standard. Yo, motivate it. Get there. Come on, what up? We got kids. We got things that we got to do. You want to be successful. You want to have this. You want to have that. We may not have had the resources to get there, but the understanding gets us there later. You know how to do it, right? Get it fucking done. Hey, that's it. Like, yo, Dubb. Yo, I'm out of here.
Are we still on?
It's your boy, okay? Everything is okay. I left y'all twice. Yo, this shit drops Friday. It's gonna be a super dope pod. I'm gonna put mad posts. Yo, I think that you might have, like, next to my people NFE, I think you being a teacher, and I got a college professor from here, from Queens College. I had a college professor. I got an Herbalife fucking guru up here. I've had so many people up here that are just different aspects of life. But you as a teacher, you didn't give me no teacher. You gave me a person that is teaching. You give me.
That's how it should be, though.
And that's why you're gonna the resignation from how people are gonna receive this is gonna be so different, because everybody I know has kids. Everybody I know deals with what they deal with. But nobody I know really sits there and goes, it's okay. It's okay. Yo, you showed that tonight, G. It's okay.
It's going to be myself, you know.
Go fight tonight. Ooh. And they went 5 rounds. You know, I think that you believe in spirituality?
I do.
So
more than I do religion.
So do you have of course, but do you feel like you have a golden presence around you? No sucking dick, but you have a golden presence.
Not a golden presence, but I feel like I give. I got an aura, energy that's.
No, you have a golden presence.
Better than some people.
You glow. You glow. I'm gonna tell you, like, man to man.
Not on some Bruce Leroy shit.
No. You glow. You glow. You glow.
My middle name is Leroy. That's why I said that.
That's funny. That's why you. Yeah. And when I took acid, when I walked to the store, everybody had that shit. When I took acid. No,
when they told me, they were like,
no, everybody has this.
It was
whoever's good goes like this.
You can see people's auras.
Whoever's bad is all black. It's all black. Imagine walking down the street and see a black image.
You can see people's auras? I don't want to see that.
All black.
I don't want to see that. That's too much for me.
Nah, but for real, you have an intelligence, G. I think you know it too. And I think you know it because
I'm alright.
Nah, you see it, though. You see it in your family. You see what you created. The fact you man enough to raise a daughter that you're not with the BM and not have to be succumb to anything that wasn't really truly you, I think you stand out even more so. The fact that you are a teacher, yeah, nigga, those are attributes to you that you gotta add them shit to your fucking belt at all time. You got the Batman belt when you got mad.
I do have the Batman, but I pull out different things at different times.
Come on.
What you want me to talk about? I can talk about this.
Come on.
Oh, you a hood chick? Oh, all right. Let me talk about some other shit. Oh, you a nerd chick from Long Island? Let me talk about the nerd shit.
Yo, for the record, I love y'all chicks from Long Island. Yo, I think we gotta get out of here. I'm out of here. Is your boy okay? Everything is okay? Yo, oh man, Jay the Great in the building, yo. Dubb, thank you for having me. Good shit, my G. Thank you.
Stop your shit, I'm the shit, just give it up. Everything is okay, even when I'm not.
Time to bring it to the table.